I better have a Doggo cam. I mean, good. Doggo. You happy now? Well, I do better have a Doggo cam. Boom, sound check done. Doggo cam also done. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. So it's Anticity's tournament. He wants to start some stuff eventually. Soon. I'm just waiting for check-ins to finish up. So he told me not to touch it. He'll deal with it. Bracket is not getting shuffled today. It is seeded. Meaning the seed you come in as with ELO plus LP is determining, who you face and such. So it's not getting shuffled. Currently I'm against Kel Harmon. It's a little spooky. And it's 1, so Anticity should start it soon, but I'm not touching anything. Not touching anything. I'm not going to break anything. Chest rub the Doggo. Alright, my pretty face. Make it big. Doggo! Hi, Doggo. Hi, Doggo. Oh. You love the chest rubs. Yes, you do. You're such a good doggo. Such a good doggo. Hazel Basil, you're so nice. Who's this sweet lady? You are. Also, don't let me run over your tail. Inconspicuously placed tail. Alright, we're back. Cyrus, look what you did. The camera's broken now forever. Good enough. Hi, bud. Up. You doinked your head. You doinked your noggin. Don't doink your noggin. Yes, there's Total War stuff coming. Just waiting on the tournament to start. So for now, you get to see a lovely lady. Hazel, say hi to the stream. Say hi to the stream. Yes. Kisses. Such a good pup. This here is a good puppy. This here is a good puppy who likes to jump on my arm when I'm trying to win games. Oh, big pup. Big pup. This side is way heavier. And gave himself the easy height. Oh, yeah. People signed up for weird stuff. I tried to sign up for Sunday because I thought more people would sign up for Saturday, but alas, I was wrong. Has it started yet? Not yet. Looks like I might fight Bobman level 1. Level 1. First game. Get the point. Go to the right thing. And ladder. Find tournament opponent. Is Anticity typing yet? No. I don't want to fight Bobman. I don't wanna. Whoever wins between us has to go fight Ice Power. Had a pretty close best of 3 against him today. Already. Warming up for this. Went to game 3. And then my Hell Pits didn't get too horrible to die. Yet again. Classic Hell Pits. Uh-oh. Sorry. Messaging Anticity. Anticity's having technical issues. Sorry. Does Spice Power still have Nurgle? I didn't mention it to me. Admin. Admin is good stuff. I guess it's seated. Might as well go with that then. Okay. So we're good. So we good? Admin, lots and lots of admin. To say go. Okay. Holy shit, a bunch of people are talking. Intensity said tournament's live. Yes, we can do this! I'm fighting Bobman. Bobman, fight me. At Bobman, it is time. All right. We're going to go fight RTK Bobman. One of us will lose this day, and it is big sad for whoever that is. I'm not entirely sure the heal proc would have changed much. Maybe. Would have kept my balance of power alive, for sure. And having a second help hit to dual Volkmar would have been a big deal. So now it's Rat v. Bobbert. Oh, he already invited me, that swift son of a biscuit. Good to hear you're healthy now, Ice Power. Good to hear. And whoever wins this battle will go on to face him as he's the #1 seed. And I think Bobman and I are like seeds 9 and 10, so it makes sense that us scrubs would go fight him. Yo. Okay. Well, I do want to block her up because I actually want to win this. And don't need to reveal my build to my opponent potentially because Bobman is a well-known schemer, a villain. And then RTK Hummus 0. I'll lower the name so you can at least see that. Boop. Who picked first? Who's top of the bracket? Oh, me. Lame. Valley of Thieves. Decent map. My pick 2, Skaven. Then what counters Wood Elves? Because I pretty much only don't want to play Wood Elves. Skaven Brett. Oh, but I practiced Warriors of Chaos against him, so he knows what my build is. It does make this tricky. Might not be able to pick Skaven after all. So we're going to pick Skaven anyway. Skaven. Dark Elves. And then he's going to pick his Wood Elves. Pick your Wood Elves, you degenerate. Do it. Do it, coward. You won't. He will. Yarp. Skaven. I did have some builds I was trying a while ago, but I haven't practiced this matchup in a while because it's abysmal. But oh well. Ashen. Dogs, Vanguard. What are we feeling today? Just a normal box? Maybe a normal box. What's a good Brett build into Skaven? Recently there's been some success with Royal Hippogriff Knights as a flying terror unit. Lewin or Fae are both fine. You don't want to go traditional. If you go Archer line and some Knights of the Realm or something, you're just going to get poison winded, so you kind of need to... Gotta get a little creative. Why do I want to see her... Never mind. I can't talk about my build. Can't talk about it. I will shift that over slightly, though. Alright, we want those. Bam, bam. We'll take that for sure. That sounds fun. Do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this? I don't know if I need this. Get those. We'll get these. And we have plenty of money. Yes, we like having plenty of money. We love having plenty of money. Yeah, as for the good Brett build, probably some archers. You need a couple just to poke rat ogres. Royal Hippogriff Knights for flying terror. Watch out if they have Warp Gale. They don't have any stocked Warp Gale casters, so you should be able to see at the start of the game whether or not they have Warp Gale. And if they do, play carefully with your Royal Hippogriff Knights until the fighting starts, and then you can fly in. But it's a tough matchup for Brett. It's not easy, so that's why there's not really a good, easy answer. Like, oh yeah, just do this. Well, wouldn't be a bad matchup if it was easy to win. That's a build. Sure. Doom wheels, you need like 3. I would if Wood Elves weren't famous for their armor-piercing arrows. Those dicks. Lewin, Manticore Caster, 4 Peasant Mobs, 3 Swordsmen, 3 Battle Programs, 3 Archers, 4 Knights Errant, and double Knights of the Realm. That's not a bad build. I like the surprise infantry push, and the Manticore Summoner is pretty good versus Skaven. The biggest thing you don't want to do versus Skaven as Bretonnia is do exactly what they expect. Because it's not going to work. So I like the Lewin and the Manticore switch up. Because they're not ready for Manticores in that matchup usually. At least I'm not. Can't speak for every Skaven player on the planet, but... I forgot I learned how to make this camera a little taller so you don't just see my hand the entire time. Meep. Okay, that's fine. So what do we have? 978. That's more unit models than I was honestly expecting. So it's not a full Vanguard behind me Cav Rush, I don't think, with that many models. It's also not triple Way Watcher, I don't think, with that many models. But that's why this is a bad matchup, is there are so many things it could be, and all of them are great. A battle between 2 scoundrels. Hey, thanks, Bowmore. Alright, we have Quadra Giselle to shoot at archers. We have some Scavin Slivos just to eat a charge or 2. Clan Rats, we'll deploy them here until we figure out where the hell all of his cavalry is. Because if it's behind me, they need to be there. Yes, then we have mortars. Loverly. Put you out there. My whiskey jar? That would be tea, but sure, it's whiskey. Sure. Why not? Where are you? I need you in your own group. Actually, I do need all of you in your own group. Okay. All my Skaven dudes will go on their own. So now that we've deployed, I can mention that the assassin is way out there to spot stalking Vanguard, if there was any. But I don't see any, so we'll move up. Don't see anybody behind me, so I can pull these troops up and make my lines a little wider. You, go get them. You'll run up as a backup, and you'll go off to the side. Rat Ogres come up. And Giselles are going to start doing Giselle things. Alright, so now that we've spotted them with the assassin, we'll run around and be a general nuisance. I have a Dreaded 13th ready, but I don't want to use it just yet. So assassins run around being a pain in the ass. As is his birthright. We're just kind of nuking him. Dreaded 13th there to blow up another archer unit. Kill more Deepwood Scouts. You charge out there and meet them. And Storm Vermin. Chase around that way. Stalker. Just be tedious. That thing. And we're doing okay. Rat Ogres are going to have to run up and support the front line, though. Because we're losing it, because Dryads are sweet! We love Dryads. Plug that hole, please. Alright, this is going well. Deepwood Scouts are running, but as long as they're not in my hair, that's fine. Assassin can come back. You nuke that position so the assassin's okay. Get in that way, please. Taking a lot of annoying damage from some Waystalkers over there. Don't like that one bit. Giselles, kill that Glade Guard for me. You're a gem. And we don't like that Glade Rider, but I don't want to run after it for right now, so I'm going to pull back. Giselles are shooting a lot of Glade Riders, that's fine, but let's kill those Deepwood Scouts for now. Where are you? At this point, you just need to survive, and we're doing fine. I don't know how I'm this far behind on the balance of power. It feels like this is going excellently for me. Okay. Rat Ogres, come over here. One of you stay there to deal with that. Giselles can pull back a little bit. You guys are still shooting, which is good. You guys come over here. You guys come over here. Let's just retreat. Gracier needs to get as far away from combat as possible, because at this point I just need you to live. That's a Dryad summon, so I'll do my best to ignore it for as long as possible. Giselles, shoot those guys while I attack them. Keep falling back. Assassin's out there. I'm going to give him some melee attack buff. I mean, well, debuffing your opponent is the same as buffing yourself in a way. Poison Globes are going to walk up there. Poison Globes are going to walk up over here. Rat Ogres, go out. Give the Giselles some breathing room. And we're doing okay. Turn and fire. Oh god. This game is not loving our chances for some reason, even though I feel like it's going very, very well. Keep defending things. You come back this way. God damn it. That guy routed immediately. Do you have your bell back? Not yet. Okay, try to corner them if you can. Keep shooting those. Leave Drycha alone, she's fine. Rat Ogres are routing a bunch of things. Pull. Yes, we got mortars back. Don't rout this time, you bastards. Do you have your bell yet? Yeah, bell. Alright, Assassin Goon Squad's gonna keep rolling. Are those Glade Riders in range? Yeah. Get them. Get them. Bring more Giselles back. Make sure you stay safe. That bell kept me alive through the hard parts. Debuff that asshole and kill him. You guys go kill that. It's looking alright. Okay. We have 2 Giselles on the high ground secured. Fire down at Drycha. You turn and shoot at this thing. Because Drycha has most of their balance of power at this point. Assassin's having a whale of a time. It's dead now. Okay, shoot that, shoot that. Have another Dreaded 13th if I need it, though it's probably going to be an army losses Dreaded 13th at this point. Alright, just trying to army loss him. There we go. GG! Gisele's got a lot of damage value. Grayseer and Assassin did their job, especially the Assassin. So the big thing with him is just running him around and spotting invisible targets and disrupting them, just like throwing him in there. And you saw how long he lasted. He was out there just forever enjoying his day. Waystalkers did fine. Deepwood Scouts got shot and poison winded right away. Glade Guard did too. Yeah, it was a good build from Bobman. It's just what I was expecting, unfortunately, for him. This build is very good against Triple Waywatcher or whatever this is type builds. This build is terrible against Mass Vanguard Cav. I just don't have enough to stop the Mass Vanguard Cav. They'll run it over. But that's why this is a bad matchup, is you got to pick one and build for it and hope he doesn't pick the other one. So. Oh, Northern Chaos Wastes. All right. What in the hell are you drinking? Tea. Tea in a jar. Northern Chaos Wastes. Greenskins and Chaos. Dork Elves. His own urine. Pee in a jar. Alright. Do that. Update the score. 1. Chaos, no greenskins. We've played this before. Brain work good. Brain best good work. Yeah, sorry. I gotta think about this build. These are too expensive. I guess I could say that about most of the roster, but those specifically are too expensive. I do like those. Let's just get some of these and call it a day. Ah! Gold, you're so awkward. Why are you so awkward, Gold? You know what? No. No, this army sucks. Everything about this army is dumb and stupid and bad. I'm getting rid of it. Ha, unready to. Got him. That. And then I guess you. Sure. Sure. This build's probably bad, but we'll see. So the idea was, Bobman is very used to playing against my Scourge Runner Kite, and he's built a counter build for it. So I'm going to try to do the exact opposite. So if I've guessed his build right, he has like 3 Orc Aura Boys, a bunch of Orc Boar Boys and Chaff, and he just walks at you. And the problem with my Scourge Runner build into that is he keeps his Lord and everything valuable at the far back, and I can't get to it, so I either have to attack the front line and deal with boar boys or whatever, or just lose. Just not ideal. So we're gonna try just a Dread Knight charge. And yeah, see how that goes. Probably not well, but oh, shucks, here we are. Mass Vanguard you guys, because you can't keep up with the charge. Marathi double Schmanticore for some nice terror. Also, I'll need her debuffs for the skirmish fights, if they're gonna go well at all. I'll deploy over here, it's fine. It's a merciless host. The host with the most. Good enough. Human does your Dark Elves versus Beastman build work versus green screens? Usually. Okay, so I started doing control groups, I just didn't finish it. Got it. Smart. You two can lump together. And then you guys are separate. And we got 10 control groups out of this tiny ass army. He's remembering the same thing I do. So we're gonna see if this new build works. You guys stay hidden for now. Your little party trick I'll need later. Run at them, my legions! Alright, now's the time, move up. Cut through them! No, not that. Never that. Already did his job honorably. For the cause. For the cause! Yeah, I can get a recharge there, that's fine. You have manticores running around. Push through that. Go, go, go. This is going okay. A big part of it's going to be if we can kill Dimdor. Soul Stealer! Save me! Save me from my transgressions! Alright, Grimgor's running. Manticores are a little stuck. It's not ideal. Hey, Rampage means they're coming back, and I don't even have to micro them. That's exciting. Kill Grimgor! Kill him! Kill him! Kill the bastard! Die! Die! Manticore, I need your aid! Mostly your mass! Abandon all hope, ye who pick Grimgor. Apparently there are more Manticores I have forgotten about. Doombolt? Where's that shaman? Manticore, get him! Get him! I really don't want Marathi to be sitting here. I have shit to do today. Alright, take out that goblin. You just party like it's 1999. Ah, there we are. Dude, can Grimgor die? Manticore, you're supposed to be the instant deleter of all things good in this world. Get on it. I want to save my Soul Stealer if I can for when I have more mana. Cold on Dread Knights, keep chasing that. Manticore got Grimgor, hell yeah. Alright, now come over and get this Gobbo. This Manticore, I don't know. Do whatever. Do whatever, I just work here. How's this assassin doing? Doesn't have any cooldowns left. Ooh, don't land into Black Orcs. Alright, that is one big way we could lose this game. So let's just keep routing things. Keep breathing, keep breathing, love. Manticore's gonna die, but the Knight's the Claw. Try and clean it up. Kill that Goblin Shaman, please. Two of you aren't doing anything. I don't know where you are, but come back, please. Ouch, 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 ouch. Manticore. Manticore. They're almost out of ammo. Okay, they don't matter to me. Just kill that Shaman. Damn it! Rampaging piece of garbage. Those Dread Knights are gonna die, but that's kind of fine in a way.
Fury, come forth. At once. Destroy.
Alright, if we can break those Orc Boar boys, that'd be good.
Fury.
Okay.
Come with me, Marathi.
Break.
It will be.
Because if you break, you don't count towards my Manticore, and I want him back. Yes! Got him back. Alright, Cav is swooping in to kill these Gobbos. Or Orc Boys, I don't remember,
Agree.
for all being honest. And we're doing okay. There's one full health Black Orc unit, otherwise we're good to go. Have another Soul Stealer off cooldown. Trying to route these frickin' goblins. So you can walk over here, because you're not going to be useful to us for a little bit. Get off the map. Shoot! Ooh, actually, you too. Get out of here. I don't think he's coming back, but I'm going to make sure he doesn't, because he turns invisible if you're not near him, so I don't really want to let that happen. You walk up and just start throwing your magical shurikens of doom. Walk him off, and then you're good. Hey! Who let you come back? Whee! Throwing my little shurikens. Why are you breaking? Don't do that. Deep. Deep. Alright, kill those Gobbos. No, you stay. Manticore, come with me. How are we doing on Winds of Magic? Plenty, so I can save up enough. I could save up to 30. Meanwhile, I'm attacking the routing units, and my assassin is poking those Black Orcs and getting a lot of damage done. I know he's shooting his precious catapults at me, but I don't seem to notice it, so it's fine.
Shadowy overseer.
I could save this until I actually get damaged. So let's do that. Let's get our Cav back. Hey, don't attack him. He's a good kid. Run! Run! Oh god! They're coming. They're coming for us. Aha.
Marathi. For vengeance.
Let's get in there. Let's fuck them up.
At my command.
Rah! I could use Doom and Darkness if I need to, but I really just want another Soul Stealer. There we go. Army losses. Ah, yes! Cold One Dread Knights! And you guys doubted it. You didn't think Human Boy had it in him. You didn't think he was up to the task. Well, shows you what. The boy of hummus has a good idea every once in a while. GG, well played. Goodbye, Bob, man. You beat my scum build off stream, but on stream I knew your anti-scum build, so I built scum around your scum bum. Scum. Perfect. Manticore's balanced. Who's messaging me? Hammond. Help me choose Age of Empires 2 state. Tennessee, Kentucky, New Hampshire when you're not in battle. New Hampshire, dude. Alright, we gotta go fight Ice Power. Ice Power! Fight me! Rusty versus Ice Power. Bold. I'll host and then see how he's doing. Rat versus Ice Power. Oh yeah, that was my last lobby. I'll just rehost our old lobby. Lobby back up when you are ready. Rat versus Ice Power. Next time, throw the Doom Bolts on the Black Orcs? No. No! I refuse to do smart things. I like doing dumb things. Dumb things make Rat Brain happy. Rat Brain like being happy. How's the rest of the bracket going? Even Star beat Nina. And I've beaten Bob, man. That's about it so far. Hey, Ice is here. Alright, that was a short intermission. As a scorecard, let's get this thingy up. Yo. Is Ice Power top of the bracket or am I? He is, so I just have to set the map. The Desert's Bounty. Maps set, you're first. Round 2. Ice Power sounds like a fantastic name for a Mexican cartel, just so you all know. That is good to know. But now I'm on the other side of the lobby. Gosh darn it. I have to go do stuff. So we'll just delete everything between me and my rightful place on the left-hand side. Throw 0 next to my name. Put a bunch of spaces. Where are we at? All right, a little less spaces. XMT, Ice Power, TW. And can I make that fit? Not really. If we get rid of the space between Ice Power and XMT, we can kind of make it work. Screw it. I'm taking off his TW. He doesn't get the TW today. And now we can put that back. Yeah, perfect. Infinite screen tunnel. Stretch. My wrists are starting to get a little finicky, so I have to be careful about that unless I want to end up like so many other streamers and have broken wrists. Oh! We have a sleepy pup. Look at the sleepy pup. Kind of surprised she can be sleepy with all this screaming going on. Not a quiet individual. Alright, what's Ice got for us? Beastmen and Bretonia. Beastmen and Bretonia. VC, I mean, I'll go. Vampire counts. He's going Brett, okay. Seems legit. I don't think Ice Power and I have played this matchup. Time to double check and see if this build is old. It's old. Oh no. Oh no. Could get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get some of these. And some of these. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. I do want some of those, actually. Sell one of you, get one of you, and then I should be able to upgrade you for 18. 0 gold spend. Done. That is the beautiful Dark Sorceress Marathi Supreme Simp. That was an obvious bait from Ice. Uh-oh. Chaos be nice, human boy you fool, and since I know what Humpy would bring, I would bring my second Brett build. Although I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of metagaming going on in the chat. So I'll just smile and nod like I know what's going on. Uh-huh. I'm very on board. Ice readied, then unreadied. And he re-readied. Cute. The image is gone. We're into game one. So I've been struggling with Grail Knights and Grail Guardians in this matchup a little bit. Made some switch ups. Got some Graveguard with great weapons mixed in here for the late game. Try to get some armor piercing. Other than that, it's pretty standard Vampire Counts build. Front row of zombies, take some damage for me. Skelly Spears in the secondary, do some pokey poke on the Knights. Graveguard with great weapons in the back for the late game to do some pokey poke on the Knights. We have a Black Knight and 4 dogs just to harass archers to no end. Actually, I want the RR dogs over here, and then I'll put 2 regular dogs over here. I have 1 bat, just in case he has a massive flying goon squad or something. I have at least a little chaff to buy me some time while I figure out what to do with my lord before he dies. And that's that. Don't skip over my very important chat messages. I didn't skip over them, I don't think. And as for the big red dragon, yeah, I like the Blood Dragon Lord. He's fun. He's fun. What, would you prefer I just have Helm Gorst every game? Sitting on his little Mortis engine? Being a dumpster? Blood Dragon Lord's cool. And interactive. I like him. Alright. Ice is very far back. You have your rod going. Yep. Okay. Cool. Largely what we expected. Grail Knights are going to be a pain. How close do you need to be for that, buddy? Alright, well then get up there. Get after it. Gorst is lame. Gorst is lame. Lame. I won't fire my Gaze of Nagash just yet. They're dodging-ish. So we will be patient. Where are you two going? Get in there. Go. We will be patient. Hey, he was starting to dodge it. Had to cancel. Alright, you guys all caught up? Good. Okay. So the idea here, if I can micro it correctly, is if his knights commit to the frontline fight, I can take his archers. And if they commit to running after my dogs, I'll run away, and then I'll win the frontline fight. That's the idea. Let's see if we can do it. Chomp. Chomp. Keep chomping. Doggos. Forgot about our dogs for a little bit. That might be bad. Bats, where are you? Go get them. I thought I gave you orders to get the fuck in here. Yes, walk her off the map. Yes, walk her off the map. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, no! What blocked it? Sad. Alright, Faye looks like she's off the map. So we have to push. I had some pretty terrible dog micro this game. But, oh, I still have a dog unit alive. Okay, go over there. God damn it, Faye is back. Those idiots couldn't do their job. That might be a big problem. So that Gaze of Nagash hitting I don't know what was really annoying, and not being able to walk off the Fae Enchantress with my bats was also pretty tragic. Can try to get a good breath attack here though. Ah, that was decent. That was fine. Summon some zombies on top of these guys. Just to be annoying. I swear I've given my Graveguard orders to get up here like 100 times and they just aren't gonna do it. Yeah, Faye coming back was a pretty big deal, unfortunately. Everybody else in the whole world group up. Come on. Actually, what are you? Skeletons? Go. That way. You? Go that way. I wanted those knights to turn. Interesting use of Winds of Magic at this point in the game. Not ideal, but not terrible. Archers are running a little low on ammo. I'll go summon a zombie on him just for fun. There's a chalice potions coming down, but whatever. I don't know how those peasants actually rallied. Ballsy. They ain't now.
All before us will perish.
This breath attack's good. I think I win. If it's not, I think I lose. No pressure. It didn't do very much. Boop! Boop! Can you get another boop? That'd be great. Ah, you missed your boop. Ah, you missed your boop. Skeletons, come with me. Can you hit your boop? I would like to boop your snoot. Give me that snoot, I must boop it. I want to boop your snoot, sir. Give me your snoot, it will be booped. Thank you for having a good boopable snoot. Thank you. I like having this snoot. I will boop it once again. Thank you, sir. Thank you for letting me boop your snoot. That is very considerate of you. Oh, another boop of the snoot. Thank you. You are so kind, sir. Alright, that guy shattered. Sucks to be him. Archers are running away. Hey, my Graveguard rallied. I was worried I would have to use a heal on them, and I don't want to do that. Rawr. May I boop your snoots? Snoots! Alright, those guys should hopefully break sometime today. I'll heal those Graveguard with great weapons because I do want them very much alive. And I will try to get this paladin real quick. Excuse me, pardon me. Zombies, help me out here. Alright, it's time to leave. Hopefully that chalice potion goes either exactly where it is or off to the right. If it goes to the left, it goes to the frickin' left! Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Whee! Flying dragon! No, 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 no! Disregard that attack order. Don't you do that. Oh, do that, though. Get her! Get her again! Alright, pull back through your own troops. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go! Now would be a good time to use it. Get rid of those peasants. Wherever you are, come here. Get in the sky, get in the sky, get in the sky. There's nights after you and they're very spooky. They're very spooky. Fly, you stupid idiot. I hate you so much. Thank you for flying, Air Delta. Whee! Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I don't like being attacked in the bum. I don't like it. No, no. No, no. I am dishonored. Okay, we're gonna escort these Grail Guardians off. Throw a Gaze and a Gash his way, just basic. Got him. Might need to recharge these guys. Okay, that's not worth sacrificing my life for some skeleton warriors, so we won't do that. Whoa! You went anyway! I thought I told you to leave! Bold! Alright. Alright, let's get a zombie in here then. Got him. Cast this since you're gonna die anyway. Juke. Now go. Pull through. You protect me. Get him! Oh, you missed your attack. No, no! Click on the fucking flag! Alright, we're down to a white king. Swing. 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 Swing your sword. Swing your sword. Swing your sword. Swing. Swing at anything. Swing at something. Swing your sword, buddy. Come on. Swing your sword. You have swing your sword. Hey. Swing something. Don't just stutter step. Do something. You worthless piece of garbage. Swing your sword. Hey. 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 Swing at anything. Literally anything. You're doing great. Use any animation. Alright, something shattered just because it was near you. Oh, you got 6 damage value. You must have swung at peasants. The joys. The joys. Alright. That ended up being super close. I am very disappointed that that Overcasted Gaze and a Gash at the start just went into the dirt. Otherwise, I would have won that. But that's sad. Other than that, none of the breath attacks really landed. He did some good dodging, which is fine, but also some of them were just unlucky. Like, there was a big cluster of knights, and he did his breath attack towards, like, one knight off in the middle of nowhere. So, indeed. What up, Void? Void, I was surprised you weren't playing any of them today. Oh, man. Yeah, at the end there, my little white king just wouldn't swing. He was just T-posing on him, flexing on him. It's a shame. What's the next map? Wait, I already know that. Ceramics on. Oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. I need a blocker and to update the scorecard. So I think he picked that, right? Beastmen and Brett? Okay. Well, River Amexon, I'll go Skaven and Dark Elves. Oh man, that was sad. I should have had that game. Dude, actually so much went wrong. Because those bats didn't finish the Fey Enchantress either. She rallied. Oh man, that's tragic. I'm just realizing that. Because imagine if those bats had finished following the Fey off the map. But they disintegrated and she rallied right there. Wood elves. Dark elves. Okie dokie. Surprised Faye didn't rally before considering the value difference. Dude, that value difference thing, so many people tell me about that, and it is utter bullshit. Alright, that doesn't hold up. It doesn't. Ice used his knights to kill the bats? I don't think he did, but I can check. I don't think he did, though. Do we try that thing? Do we not try that thing? Oh, the decisions. Okay, so we can do that. But then do I even want those? Faye's Mortis still goes when she's routing, right? That's true. That is correct. Hazel Basil's back. Hi, Hazel Basil. Okay. That's an awkward amount of gold left. That is an awkward amount of gold left. I like adding one Graveguard to that last build, though. That was pretty good. They really performed quite well. Yeah, they crumbled. I'm not... Yeah. I to anyone listening, I am not questioning how the bats fell apart. They were crumbling, very low on health, and Faye has a Mortis engine. All these things are true. It's just, like, she was so close to the white line, it's like, it's one of those things where you're like, man, imagine if they had hung on for just a little bit longer. But it's not, you know, it's not one of those things where it's like, well, that was stupid. God, how could that happen? God, it's still a stupid game. This is just like, oh, it would have been nice. What would be nice right now is some mid-tier options. Because in the Dark Elf roster, everything costs like $450 for chaff, and it jumps up to like 900 or 1,000. And it's like, when you have 600 gold, it's so awkward, because you don't really want to have 150 gold in chevrons, but that might be just what we're getting. Good enough. Good enough. I like the Blood Dragon Lord there, though. I mean, we saw I got 6,000 value. So he's good. He deletes Paladins, deletes Fae if he can get on top of her. The biggest problem is figuring out how to deal with all those Grail Knights, which the Graveguard with Great Weapons were doing sufficiently. My dog and Cav micro is utter shit, though, so I either have to improve that or maybe cut some of them and get more Graveguard with Great Weapons. Yeah. Because for all the unfortunate things, which there were unfortunate things, the Gaze and Gash going into the ground at the start there instead of hitting that Paladin was pretty bad. Fae coming back was pretty bad. Like, oh, unlucky. Like, if you zoom back, my dog and Cav micro was utter crap. They got caught very easily. I forgot about them. And then when I won frontline fights, my troops were just standing around because I didn't rally them. So it's like, you know. Considering how close that game was, what was more important? One big missed Gaze of Nagash or the many micro mistakes? But Gorst would have got 7k. That's what peasant archers are for, dude. That's what peasant archers are for. They're just going to take them out. Ice must be big scheming over there. Alright, we're getting into the game. I think you would have won if you hadn't forgot that unit of 77 skidded. Yeah, exactly. Real human being. Like, ugh, too many things were forgotten. Too many. Alright. Blocker comes down. And we're in. So I've been working on this a little bit with Bob Man, which is one of the reasons when I had this exact same pick too, I didn't want to fight him with Dark Elves Wood Elves because he knows what I was trying to bring. I did do some alterations because of how Ice normally likes to play this matchup. I brought some Scourge Runners, even though in my testing against Bob Man, they were a little bit of a liability. I'm thinking Ice Power might bring the Sisters of Twilight instead of Drycha, because Bob Man was a big fan of Drycha. And Scourge Runners with Drycha and a bunch of AP Archers, they just got wrecked. But with the Sisters in the Sky, Scourge Runners might have a target. Also, you might take Hawk Riders, and the build I was working on with Bob Man was kind of weak to Hawk Riders. So yeah, that's a long way of saying Scourge Runners. Also, Bowmore, if Bowmore's still in the chat, Bowmore gave me the idea of cutting Foot Marathi and taking Foot Sorceress of Dark instead. Save on the money. Her debuffs, Marathi's debuffs aren't that useful on Foot because she's probably going to die due to arrows. She's not going to die in melee combat, so she won't get enough time to sit in combat and really debuff some stuff. So it's a work in progress, but we're going to try it here. I know Ice Power hates this matchup super bad as the Dark Elves, so if I could win it, that would be kind of funny. But oh well. When you're outmatched, you kind of got to throw some curveballs, otherwise it's not going to go your way. Okay. So you have Dark Shards. Bleak Swords actually managed to beat Dryads if we get Murderous Prowess at the right time, so we'll try that. Alright. Ready. Oh, okay, I thought that Waystalker arrow was curving in to hit this guy.
Kill everything! Advancing! Dark riders!
Rookie sorceress.
Okay, push. While those Waystalker arrows of Kurnos are on cooldown, we will try to get some skirmish and dodging in.
Moving out! Murder awaits! Onwards! Onwards to murder! Rookie! Forward! Advance! Rookie! To destruction!
Alright, now it's run time. Run away.
Rookie! Forward! Bleak swords!
Okay, you guys start shooting dryads, please.
Dark shards! Chariot!
Chariots come up here.
Nagarothi! Death!
I am dead.
Okay.
Going! Following orders! Murder awaits! Orders understood! The merciless host! Suffering for all! Forward! As you say!
Go, Scourge Runners, go!
Dark shards!
I summon thee.
My blade hungers! Onwards to murder!
Okay. Golden Knights are free. Everybody move in. Move in.
Searching.
You guys keep shooting that. The rest of you move in.
Shifting.
Fight that branch wraith. Keep her off of my Castel.
Rookie! Forward! Terror and death! Advance! Rookie! Die! We
End them.
Going!
Advancing.
Maybe you can see her, shoot her, but otherwise don't.
Make them bleed! Advance! Rookie!
Onward. Hearken to me.
Carnage awaits! Dark riders! Moving out! Battle ready! By Dracula! Dark shards!
Got the branch wraith.
Advancing!
Got a soul stealer for me yet?
With haste. Onto
Could
the
be nice.
summoning destruction.
Eager for battle!
Hit. Follow me.
No mercy! Dealers in death! Kill them! We are ready! Dealers in death! Dark shards! It is done! Destroy! Suffering for all! Onwards to murder! Bleak swords!
Those aren't the sisters, that's the Glady. So he doesn't have a free heal in the back. That's nice.
Ready! Battle ready! Withdraw! Massacre them!
Moving on. Traveling.
Onward!
Oh, some freaking annoying wood elves have come back.
Going! Orders understood! Bleak swords!
It's tedious.
Seeking entertainment.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure that's gonna be fine. Hi, Grace. What's going on, dude?
End them! Advancing! Dark riders! By your command! Chariots! Slaughter them!
Alright. I think the dog is a little excited to see Grace.
Kill them! Rookie forward! Merciless warriors! No survivors!
How was your trip? How was your trip, Bobs? How was your trip?
Advancing! Going!
Cowardly Dark Shards are running.
Unleash dark. Come to me.
Please fire into that blob. That would be nice.
Dark power.
It was close. Bowmore, if you're watching this, I think Marathi might just be better. I don't think the Supreme Sorceress was the right call because Marathi has greater Arcane Conduit, which is active constantly and just better. And also in this late game situation, it would be nice to have her here, obviously. And now what that does come with is the repercussions of Marathi costs money. So, I mean, you can't have everything in life. But I still think she's probably worth it.
Stepping forward. Catching light.
Probably. Yeah, never listen to Bowmore. He's a liar. A liar and a scoundrel. 300 value. Yeah, she wasn't worth it. And she doesn't get off nearly enough Soul Stealers. Ugh, Bowmore! Bowmore, you deceived me! Why? I thought we were friends. Alright. Boop. How would I alter that? Let's cut her. Get Marathi on foot. I don't know why I keep clicking all the wrong things. Do that. Do that. Sending 1,000 gold back. The Scourge Runners suck. They didn't do that good at poking anything. Sure, they ran around and stopped a lot of stuff, but they're very expensive, and they didn't really do what I needed them to do, so I think I just cut that. Get another Cold One Night. Dark Shards did great. I think... Actually, yeah, screw that. Screw all this work. I'm just going to go back to the saved build. Okay. Loading. Yeah, I still think that would have done better. Alright. I gotta find another game. Hi.
Hi.
What up? I'm hosting the tournament.
Oh.
Ow.
Get down.
No. Sorry, talking about more about the build. Okay. I gotta find next game. So Ice Power advances. We'll see if anybody else is playing currently. Bowmore versus Evenstar. Sure, we'll see how that's going. I think the original build might have been better. Probably should have stuck to my guns, but oh well. Yo. What's score? Why not replace one of the Cold One Riders? Sorry, Cold Ones with Slaanesha's Harvesters? Slaanesha's Harvesters lose to Wild Riders, which are decently common here. Sorceress of Fire do well? No. No. We tested the Slaanesha's Harvesters. They didn't do well. We tested Doomfire Warlocks. Doomfire Warlocks lost really hard. Cold One Knights beat Wild Riders. Yes, we did do testing. We are not just flying blind. And that build did pretty well. I mean, it was a close game in the end. Dun, 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 dun. Evenstar 1, apparently. First game is Dowie into his VC. Oh yeah, that's probably why Evenstar 1. It's super easy for Dowie. The Sorceress of Fire would do well? I don't think so. I don't think so. So here's the thing with the Sorceress of Fire. It's very snipeable by triple arrows of Kurnos, or double arrows of Kurnos, I should say. That's why I had to take a Dark Sorcerer for Soul Stealer. It's the only healing the Dark Elves have. So you need Soul Stealer to keep your caster alive, right? It's unavoidable. There's no, not trying to be salty, just trying to be factual. There's no counterplay to Arrows of Kurnos. Either you take 2 casters, or you accept that your caster and Lord is going to die right away. Or you take Soul Stealer, which can heal you up. But the problem with the Supreme Sorceress is I only got 2 Soul Stealers off, I think. I think it was only 2. And even then it was like The last one was as army losses was hitting. With Marathi, I 100% could have gotten 3 off there, maybe 4. And I'd have the Bound Doombolt, and I would have the debuffs. So I think she's worth the expense. As for the Scourge Runners, which is why I took the Supreme Sorceress instead of Marathi's to get the money for the Scourge Runners, they just didn't do anything. Even though as Lord is in the Sky, they take so much damage from Arrows of Kurnos that I didn't expect, that they also were kind of worthless. So I don't think Scourge Runners are the pick there either. Yeah, that'd be my opinion on it.
Get off. Get off. Get down. Come here. Get down. Get down. Get up.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
I think I might have done better if I had stuck to my guns. But that does bring up the counter problem. And the reason I brought the Scourge Runners is I imagine 4 Hawk Riders and the Sisters of Twilight in the sky, plus an Arrows of Kurnos caster on the ground, and then a Branch Wraith. I imagine that's just cheesy enough to be annoying, because I have 4 Dark Shards to shoot back, but Eagles do that thing where they dodge all your shots. Don't know. I'll keep working on it, but I don't think it's a terrible. I don't think it's an unwinnable matchup. Even Star. Malice would be a good way to go if you didn't immediately die to Arrows of Kurnos. You're noticing a common theme here. So we have a Skaven Mirror, interestingly enough. We have Clan Rats for Even Star mixed in with Plague Monks, Gorich, Greyseer of Plague, no wait, Throt the Unclean, Plague Priest, more Plague Monks, Clan Rats, so it's a Plague Monk rush with Rat Ogre backline. That's decent. I have my own issues with it that I'll get to in a second. On the other side, we have Greyseer of Plague. We have a much more traditional build with a whole bunch of Warplock Jezzails. They snipe out Skaven Lords pretty well. Rat Ogres, again, are very useful and smash up in a bunch of spears. No Poison Globes on either side, I think, is going to hurt the blue team more. I usually want to take just one in case there are some elite units you could kill. But I do think the Jezzails are going to be very good. I think they'll be just fine. Gorich is just going to get shot by a whole bunch of Jezzails. Everybody keeps saying to bring Foot Malekith. Foot Malekith loses to Drycha in melee combat even if he supports himself with Soul Stealers. I have had this argument so many times. He just loses. He has physical resist. Drycha does magic damage. Drycha has physical resist. He does physical damage. Drycha gets stronger the lower you get her. She has Frenzy, which Malekith doesn't have. She has 80 armor, and he has 90, but her Frenzy gives her a bunch of stuff towards that. No, it doesn't work. Drycha just beats him to death. Anyway. I digress. A Skaven Mirror, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think Beaumore's build is better. It's just about if he can pull it off. His Jezzails should focus on the Rat Ogres, most likely. And then Gorich, if Gorich gets stuck in something, but he really needs to take out the Rat Ogres and then use his Rat Ogres to beat up Throt. And it looks like he is firing at the Rat Ogres right away. I just kind of want to take them out a bit. Ooh, I missed a Packmaster on Beaumore's side. I don't believe in that at all. So I think he's already going to lose. His Greyseer is falling behind a little bit. Throt's going to get a rear attack on him. The Packmaster should probably come back and cover his escape a little bit. Or the Jezzails need to turn and fire. Someone needs to help this poor man out. Throt is going to get attacked, but he misses it because of classic Throt, and he summons his Rat Ogres. And immediately, you can see the Jezzails have already inflicted a toll. One unit of Rat Ogres is about to rout, and he does need to retarget now. Maybe you want to start firing at Throt and Gorich, because Throt is actually committing to melee combat, and that means he's not going to be able to dodge very well, because Brood Horrors, while they're fast in an open ground situation, they are very bad at dodging. You can see Throt's taking a ton of damage. Ice Power's in the chat. GG's, mate. That first one was a fucking banger. Second one, Supreme Sorceress wasn't the play, but it was fine. Dreaded 13th is coming in. That'll summon a bunch of Halberds right here, and that'll be devastating against all these Rat Ogres. Throt's down a little bit of health, but the Packmaster's getting worked on. I just hate him. I just hate him. Bad unit. Big ol' Skaven blob here. Looks like they're trying to take out these Clan Rats so his whole formation can rotate without worrying about them. So he's trying to clean up one flank so he can go fight on another. Jezzail's still firing. I'm wondering what the targets are at the moment. Looks like he's still killing off more Rat Ogres, which is pretty good. The Summon Halberds are somewhere. I don't know where their unit card even is at this point, but they're in there. They're running around, and we can see now that that clan rat routed off. Bowmore takes all his forces, gets between his foe and his Jezzails. One Jezzail has been sacrificed, but the Grayseer is for some reason fighting Throt the Unclean and some Rat Ogres. That can't be allowed to happen. He needs to get out of there. Pronto, quick. Jezzails are firing at the Plague Priest to get rid of the caster. That's a decent choice. I mean, there's a lot of good targets, so I guess it's hard to pick, you know, which one would be completely optimal. Rat Ogres charging into Jezzails, but they're getting shot on their way in, and their low leadership is going to mean that they'll probably rout soon, and a Packmaster running in from behind with Terror will definitely help with that one. Daddy Bubo's pulling back. Nice control here from Bowmore, making sure his weapons team stay up and firing. Plague Priest is pretty low, but as long as he's alive, he can summon some stuff. Where's Gorge? Gorge is over there, full health, doing fine. Clan Rats are trying to hold off these Rat Ogres while Natty Bubos get back in it. Skaven Slaves of Spears get abandoned by some more Clan Rats who are going to go fight Natty Bubos. They'll do okay damage. Clan Rats are decently elite. And we see two Jezzails on the high ground and a third one trying to get up there. Packmaster's probably going to run this way and try to stall these Plague Monks for just a second while the Jezzails start shooting again. Evenstar is ahead on the balance of power. Just a little bit. Never mind, it creeps back to even as those Arwar Rat Ogres rally. Grayseer's running away. Clan Rats and Throt are going to chase him. There's not a lot of support nearby. Rat Ogres are peeled off by this Packmaster, but he really has to come over here and help with these Jezzails. The Jezzails are the only thing that can win you this game, and they turn and fire into Throt, and you can see the damage that they can do if they can just sit and shoot. Packmaster's also going to try to goon Throt. Again, I don't like that decision. You really got to re-secure your Jezzails. If they die, then this is all for nothing. Gorch is still full health. Blue team's getting some rallies in. Packmaster's still chasing around Throt and gets a nice rear attack on him, but two of the Jezzails are almost compromised. They're going to try to run away, but Gorch has found the Grayseer of Plague, and that could be disastrous. Packmaster's coming back to try and help along with a summon, but... Yeeh. More Jezzails are going down. Still have one left over here. That could be good. Now, Evenstar's running out of juice a little bit here. He has Gorch, he has Throt, and Packmaster's dead, because he's just going to do that. But other than that, Evenstar's about out of gas. Where's his Plague Priest? Probably still off in the woods. Playing hooky. More Block Jezzails trying to fire at these Rat Ogres, get them off the Grayseer so we can keep running from Gorch. Packmaster's getting run off by Throt. Throt probably has some Remolders in the back pocket he could use on himself or on Gorch. Looks like for now Evenstar's just being a little conservative, and the balance of power goes against the blue team. I do agree. Jezzails got shut down, unfortunately. I don't like the Packmaster pick. I don't. His stats are so bad. 38-30 with no anti-large or anti-infantry. Why are you so bad, Packmaster? Why are you so bad? Forge Jezzails is quite overkill. It's decent in the mirror, because if they go a bunch of Poison Wind Globes or Poison Wind Mortars or Warp Block Jezzails or Warp Lightning Cannons, there's a lot of things you want to shoot. Jezzails are weak to the rush, which is what happened. So then you really got to defend them. And he did a good job at defending them. He just needed to do a great job at defending them. And that's why it sounds a little overly critical, but like he did it like 85-90% right. Just a couple times, like I think that Packmaster running over to dual Throt instead of bailing out the Jezzails was a mistake, personally. Throt got 1,600 value, Packmaster got 1,000. Gorch got 1,900. It's good for you, Gorch. You did it. GG, well played. So we've seen Evenstar advance. Ice Power if you're still chilling when you get your opponent weight. I'm casting both semifinals. Right now I'm just hopping around to find games until the semifinals are ready. Houseplants. Is it 1, 2, 3 or is he doing his usual 1? Yo. Score. And I'll get this reset. ODM. Call. Oops. Harman. That is a very long name. Call. ODM call might be all we're going to get. We'll go call Har. Versus RTK Loser Noob. Back that up a little bit. 0. Oh, wait. It's not 0-0, though. It's 1-1. Cool. The matchup. Nice. So after this game, no matter what, because they're 1-1, we'll have our opponent who can fight Even Star, and then we'll hop into the Even Star Houseplant Oracle Harmon semifinal, unless Ice Power's opponent's also ready, in which case we'll go to them first because they're the top of the bracket, and that kind of makes most visual sense. But if Xiphos and Voins aren't done yet, we'll just continue on to Even Star. And if Ice Power does get his opponent, feel free to set up a lobby and do your first pick and bans, and I'll join when I can, but don't start the game without me. Brood Horrors in general are just terrible for their pricing. Big agree. Hate when that happens. They should build a security system. What's going on? PC Lives was just a power outage. Oh, I see. Hey, Bowmore, what up, dude? Yeah, I generally in the Skaven Mirror take a build similar to what Bowmore took, but it is, as Ice Power was mentioning, it's just build roulette. A lot of mirrors are build roulette, because that's the nature of a mirror. Because the rough rock paper scissors of the Skaven Mirror, rough is artillery spam. Well, not artillery spam. What was I trying to think of? Why is my brain going blank? Anyway, Giselles do okay against a monster rush. They lose to an Eshin, like, mass Vanguard rush. And they trade evenly against themselves. Molder Rush beats the Eshin Vanguard because after you realize that there's no weapons teams for you to go kill, you just turn around and kill all the sneaky rats. And it does against Giselles, depending on the map. If the map was, as Bowmore came into the chat and said, it was too small of a map to do the Giselle build, but on like MP Crossroads, Giselles will actually wreck the Molder advance. Because you saw how Bowmore was slaughtering those Rat Ogres right away. That's how the rest of the game was going to go if it wasn't small. And there were trees that could cover him. And I disagree. I mean, I mentioned it in the game. I disagree with parts of Bowmore's build, but going with the idea, it beats a Molder Rush. And I think that covers all of it, because I already mentioned the Eshin Rush. Eshin Vanguard can beat Giselles and loses to Molder, so it's kind of rock, paper, scissors, but I would just cut the Packmaster for better infantry quality, personally. So I would do. I know it's a nice terror piece, but meh. Meh. Packmasters disappoint me. Meh. Meh. Empire mirrors and Dowie mirrors are actually both pretty fun, in my opinion. More guns. There's been a bit of awakening of Vampire Coast again. I know Glorious Feeder really impressed me in Murphaller's tournaments. I really liked his Vampire Coast play. And we also ran each other on a quick battle, or Ent Ladder, I forget. But again, he pulled out some neat Vampire Coast stuff. And what I mean by neat is it's just not, oh, double gunnery white, max gun baps, ho ho ho, interactive gameplay. It was like, no, he was bringing some cool stuff. Morngulls and Sirens, making them work. Anticity's been using Sirens and Dogs a lot. I saw another player, but now I'm forgetting their name. I know Neckbet still plays Coast, but I don't know if he plays double gunnery whites and gun crabs, but... Oh, Grumbrindle brought some crab rushes versus me recently. It's just nice. It's nice to see them, because I actually do like Vampire Coast a lot. I just think their current meta is boring as dirt. Yay, gun bats. Everybody loves gun bats. It's so cool. Gyrocopters, but with more models. So, screw gun bats. Beastmen Mirror is pretty fun. It was when the DLC first came out. I haven't played it in a while. Who texted me? Okay. Terror is okay in this game. Yeah. The terror is good. I just think the brood horror is too shit of a unit. That the terror doesn't redeem it, if that makes sense. Like, if we had an 800 gold manticore, I would say, yeah, 100% take that, but the... Sorry. Okay. Had some text I fell behind on. Alright. Focusing. So for Cal Harmon, taking the Wood Elf, Dark Elf thing, Dark Riders with Shields, Slaanesha's Harvesters, and some Cold One Knights. Cold One Knights have been performing very well for me in this matchup. They're pretty good. Supreme Sorceress of Death. We have some Shades. I thought I saw 3. We do have triple Shades, 1 Sisters of Slaughter, and then a mix of Bleak Swords and Dread Spears. Bleak Swords actually do pretty well against Dryads. They'll beat them if Murderous Mastery pops during the fight. If it doesn't, they'll probably lose. Yes. Yeah. This is similar to what we were running earlier versus Ice Power. Not the same, but similar. We'll see if the Slaanesha's Harvesters do well. They can beat a Wild Rider unit in combat if they get their Soul Stealer and their Word of Pain off, but even then they leave the fight with like 20% health, and then they're out of spells, so it's not worth it in my opinion. On the front line, we have a Glade Lord. It looks like Ziglady. Yeah. The Glady on a Great Stag. We have a bunch of Dryads mixed in with a couple Spears. Basic Archer line, Starfire Shafts, Hagbane Tips, Starfire Shafts, Hagbane Tips. Yada yada, Glade Riders with Spears, more Glade Riders and more Spears. This is the type of build Bobman and I were running. So I actually like Cal Harmon's chances here. I don't think he's favored. I think the Shades are going to end up being a bit of a detriment because they're just too expensive. I think they're going to do fine, but I don't think they're going to do 950 gold fine. So I still think the Wood Elves will probably win this. But it is possible. Overloading the Wood Elf Cav fight and then just running around the archers can be pretty good. Ziglady is riding out, and this Sorceress of Death has no healing sources, so an Arrow of Kurnos onto the Slaanesha's Harvesters, I strongly disagree with that. That Sorceress has no healing potential whatsoever. 100% should be poking her down. I digress. Is there another Waystalker? There isn't. There's just a Branch Wraith. I think that was a missed opportunity, but maybe because she's on foot and she has the Opal Amulet. Maybe Houseplant was trying to avoid that. Don't know. Honestly, think Slaanesha's will be great. Depends. There's no Wild Riders to go fight them, so they should do fine. But in the case of Wild Riders, they just don't trade up for their value because they cost more and then they trade poorly. Don't take the straight 1v1 against Wild Riders. Yeah, but you need to get in the Archer lines. If you ignore the Wild Riders to get into the Archer lines, you might as well take Dark Riders. Dark Riders are going to kill them similarly quickly, and then you'll get rear charged by Wild Riders. I don't think you can opt out of that engagement. And if you do opt out, you want cheaper cabs, so when you lose them, it doesn't matter. Anyway, front line is engaging. Sisters of Slaughter have taken a lot of damage on the advance from these Glade Guard. It looks like Pendulum comes in and does more damage to the Dark Elf troops, and they're going to be routing off in various directions. Slaanesha's Harvesters now get in. They get one... Oh, ow, ooh, ow. They get one Soul Stealer off, but I don't know if they're going to live through it. They're getting cut down. They are getting cut down. Dark Riders with Shields and Cold One Knights now have a flanking position. They're trying to get in there, but there's a lot of Wood Elf chaff between them and the front line. Supreme Sorceress of Death is trying to get involved. Shades are shooting. One of them had to run away from some Dryads, but otherwise fine. Now, the Glady is having a bad time. I think she tried to melee fight the Shades, and they actually did good work on her. Spirit Leech coming in on the Glade Guard with Hagbane Tips, doing a little bit of damage. Nice pokes there. Dark Riders fighting against these Glade Riders. Trading okay, especially with Murderous Mastery now. Murderous Prowess now popped on them. Supreme Sorceress of Death is going to get charged by Ziglady. Never mind. She will back out of that. And doing okay. But the Dark Elves are in a real bad spot at the moment. They're running out of juice, and there's still a lot of Wood Elf stuff left, especially if this Glade Lord decides to cycle charge the Supreme Sorceress of Death to quote-unquote death. Pravenoth Rayma just netting down the Cold One Knights, mostly to give these archers a breather, and now that looks like they are going to try and desperately fire into them, get some damage before they're shut down. Supreme Sorceress of Death taking some damage. Dark Riders are here to try and support her. Now, maybe the Dark Elves can do this. They do have one Shade still online. The other Shades are actually shut down by Dryads. And a nice Pendulum does take out some Shades over there. Good, good. Cold One Knights are decently healthy. They are going to be a big, big force in this game. Glade Lord is over here, beating the shit out of the Glades, the Supreme Sorceress of Death. Branch Wraith over here does have Earthbloods. So that Glady health is potentially going to come back up here. Archers rallying on the far side, going to maybe take out the Slaanesha's Harvesters. Eternal Guard catch them first. Shade Watch. Glade Riders have gotten onto the Shades. Now, Shades are decent melee combatants, so they will fight back, but they are taking some damage. Supreme Sorceress of Death is routing. And she's probably not going to come back. Probably. These Golden Knights are going to have to hard carry. And the potential's there. They're a good unit in this matchup. There's a lot of the Wood Elf Cav lacks armor piercing, and that's why they're good, because they have 90 armor, and then they have armor piercing in case of Great Stag Knights. In case of Wild Riders, they have anti-large, and the armor piercing is kind of a moot point. Glade Lord's trying to chase down the Supreme Sorceress, but Foot Lord things, she is getting knocked down more than she is getting killed. And it looks like now these Cold One Knights are going to surround the Glady, and that could be a huge mistake from Houseplant, currently beset on all sides by anti-large armor-piercing foes. And the Glady is going to take a lot of damage. But I don't think that'll be enough, as these archers are going to try and shoot, I believe. No, I guess Eternal Guard are just going to come in. But the archers should shoot at these Cold One Knights. Cold One Knights are kind of the last threat on the map. Bleak Swords, Dread Spears aren't really a problem. The Glady slips out. Pravenoth Rayma on them while they are surrounded by spears. They're going to take a lot of damage for that. Now, the archers were shut down by the Slaanesha's Harvesters, along with the Sisters of Slaughter. Supreme Sorceress of Death is back, but there are some Starfire Shafts right here, ready to tee off into her if they get the time. And also, you should have another Arrows of Kurnos up soon. I wouldn't mind seeing that go in onto the Supreme Sorceress. Ooh, she took a lot of damage from something. Might have been a Glady shot, might have been an arrow, might have been these guys. Don't know. Maybe she's born with it. And the Wood Elves will win the day, it appears. It appears. Slaanesha's Harvester's 500 value. Cold One Knights 1,000. That is exactly what I experienced in my practice. They just don't get their value back, unfortunately. Cold One Knights do. They're strong lads. Dark Riders did well. Shades did okay. They did better than I thought they were going to do, but still not amazing. Sisters got shot, unfortunately, for Cal Harmon, and the Bleak Swords did fine. They got through the front line pretty effectively. Some of the Dread Spears got good value. Ziglady got plenty of value. Wood Elf Spearman got a lot of value. Dryads got a lot. Glade Guard. This army just spread out all of its damage as much as possible. And Houseplant will advance. GG, well played. It does not look like Ice Power's opponent is ready yet. So we will get a lobby with Even Star and Houseplant. And get on to our first semifinal for the day. Who's trying to friend me? Oh, A-Move, what up, dude? It's not a terrible matchup. AC Maiden? It's felt fine in practice. Hawk Rider spam is kind of the scariest thing for my type of build. But you gotta do something to fight Wood Elves, dude. They're so strong right now. Like, Bretonia's their counter. Though I've played the matchup and I win it a good amount of the time, but it doesn't mean I win it every time. It still feels really difficult. Like, you have to play it perfectly. That's kind of annoying. Other than that, Tomb Kings is supposedly good against them. I don't know that matchup very well. After that, that's about it. So you got to find some good matchups somewhere. Uh-oh. Game crashed. Game crashed. No. Get it back up. High Elves is far better. Maybe the hard part for me with High Elves is that I keep losing the Cav fights. Silver Helms just trade so badly into Wild Riders and Great Stag Knights that I keep getting Cav rushed. Dark Elf Cold One Knights have been doing okay. High Elf matchup's even. I'm not trying to say it's bad. It's just I'm not the best High Elf player. I'm not the best High Elf player in the first place. And then you lose the Cav fight and it's just like, ugh. Okay, so that crashed. I will host and invite Houseplant. And did I miss Evenstar? I swore he was at the top of the list-ish. Energized, no. Well, crap. We'll get a Houseplant. But I do think that lobby crashed. Lizardman, I thought that matchup was even. I didn't think that was counter anymore. Tomb Kings I did mention, but I don't know how to play it yet. And where is Evenstar? I don't see him online anymore. Apparently they were still in the lobby after I left, but all of a sudden don't see him on this list. Even there he is. Yep. Wars of Chaos is terrible for Wood Elves. Again, I've seen that one going even. Brett is a hard one, yeah. Alright, I gotta pull up the map. Summer Song. Alright. Map is set. Houseplant picks first. GLHF. I do have a blocker up. I need to change the names. Yeah. There are a decent number of even matchups. I was trying to think of counter-counters. Counter-counters, my personal opinion, which everything is an opinion, right? There's very few matchups in the game that can be considered objectively one way or the other. In my opinion, everything's an opinion. Haha. But I think Brett and Tomb King's the only two, like, hard counters. Okay. Let's see what Grace said. Just trying to take a nap. I'll leave her alone. She's been gone for a couple days. Means a lot of matchups you need to learn to do well. Yeah. I hate facing Wood Elves. As is well known. Why do I have emails? Challenge, okay, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Cool. I'm all caught up. Nothing matters. Oh yeah, Chaos. I thought Chaos was even. I've seen Wood Elves win it a decent amount recently with Sisters just shooting everything. And then you have a basic Glade Guard and Dryad / Spear box, and you walk forward, and if they have a bunch of skirmish cav, you shoot them with your archers. And chase them with Glade Riders with spears and stuff. And if they don't have skirmish cav, then your Sisters of Twilight get just go shoot their lord for free all game. I think subjective statements exist, but none of us are good enough to comment. Maybe. People still lose hundreds of gold to micro mistakes at the highest level? Of course. Yeah, I think the conversation of whether a matchup is good or bad is like if two AI played it, who would win kind of thing. But obviously, I mean, Dwarves and Skaven is considered one of the best matchups, one of the most lopsided matchups in the entire game, and it is. And I've played RTK Umais, I think it's Umais. We've played it maybe 5 times, and I've won 2, he's won 3. So there is an element of like, how well do you know the matchup sort of thing. Which is why I can usually beat most Vampire Counts players as Skaven, even though it's kind of not a Skaven favored matchup, but I've played that matchup hundreds of times, and most Vampire Counts players have played it maybe like 10. So I just usually know what's coming more than they do. And I'll play it with Even Star or Void Lulls, and they'll win. It's fine, but yeah. Lizardmen for Even Star versus Wood Elves Beastmen, and Houseplanet's immediately going to go to Beastmen. And I'm pretty sure I know what's coming. We have had a lot of internal arguments in RTK about whether or not this is an easy win for Beastmen. I personally don't think it's that easy. They disagree, and the reasons they disagree, I will keep to myself, because that would reveal all their builds and all their effort, and it's not a cool thing to do. Yeah. So without disclosing too many things that they worked really hard to find, it's just like, I don't know. The builds I usually run into from Lizardmen is just mass kite, and then I get kited and everything dies. It's like, well, shit. So I don't know. In my personal experience, I'd say it's even or Lizardmen favored, but we'll see. Because if it's true, then Houseplant should slap this, and I'll shut my mouth, and I will be convinced that Beastman is a hard counter to Lizardman. Please tell us more. No! Never! Alright, I'll give you one spoiler. One little spoiler. You take Torox. Alright, I'll give you another one. I'll give you another spoiler. You take 2 Manticores. Alright, I will even give you yet another spoiler, though it goes against my code of ethics. You take Traderkin. But that's all I'm going to say. I've already divulged enough secret, super elite information. No, it's not true, but I mean, they take the stuff I said, but that's the super common stuff. I don't know, man. I didn't ask their permission to talk about what they've been working on stream, so I'm not gonna like. And here's everything. Right. But in my experience, mass skink kite has been a huge problem. Oxyotl, skink chief on a pterodon, Manticore caster for the Lizardmen, bunch of chameleon skinks, couple chameleon stalkers, maybe even some pterodon riders, red crested skinks, jav skinks. And that does well. You don't even take any armored dinosaurs, because they'll just get killed by Torox and Gorbel. You just take a bunch of skinks. You know, the fun way to watch Lizardmen. Skinks. Remove. Sorry. We have a Slanesh bot in chat. You love Beastmen vs. Lizardmen? Good. Glad you do. For the forces of Houseplant and the Beastmen. We have 2 Tuskor Chariots, Chaos Warhounds with Poison, double Manticore, triple Throwing Axes. Looks like none of them are the ROR, which is a little interesting. Chaos Warhounds with Poison. We have a front line of Ungors with Axes. It looks like there's 1 or 2 Spearmen just to fill out. And then I imagine there is Torox, Gorbel, and a Traderkin caster. Is he a genius or is he a prophet? Hard to tell. Oh no, lag. Alright, lag is gone. He has just Traderkin. For the other side, it's exactly what I've been struggling against. Houseplant, show me how it's done. Show me how to beat it, please, God. Oh, Grace is talking. It means she's awake. There's a skink chief in the sky. There is a manticore summoner. There's Oxyotl. Skink jabs, red crested skinks, more skink jabs, skink cohorts, chameleon skinks, and a shitload of feral cold ones, cold one riders. This is... Wait, it's Even Star that I lost to! This is literally the same build! Yeah, I lost to him in HW's tournament this weekend. Alright. Alright. I have stake in this. That's funny. I forgot that this is the guy I was playing. And well, it wasn't that close either. In the late game, he had 3 chameleon skinks with all about half ammo. His skink chief had plenty of ammo. Oxyotl was healthy. I just ran around the map. Funback top bracket is playing the same matchup as we speak. Voins and Zyphos. Because I hope it's not Ice Power and whoever won that, because I told them to wait. Alright. Centaurs are throwing axes. Taking some shots. I don't know what that was aimed at, but it didn't hit it. From Oxy. And let the kiting begin, ladies and gentlemen. Let the kiting begin. Centaurs are throwing axes running up to Oxy. Oxy's getting a little bold for his britches here. Even Star Nice Juke from the Skink Chief, wasting a bunch of throwing axes. As he did. And there will be a bunch of running. Now, this guy is going to have a flanked debuff if the Skink Chief is close enough. So actually, one more volley might do that dog unit in. The other dog's going to get on to Oxyotl. I didn't have any dogs when I fought him, and apparently they are very good against Oxy, so he will want to be super careful in dealing with doggos. Anticity did a video on them recently showing why dogs can do a lot of damage to single entity characters. But they're dirty, filthy cowards. They're going to run away. Fun fact. Yeah, okay. I already read that. So the dogs have been supremely punished by the skink cohorts of javelins. The javelins are also throwing in some more, and some feral cold ones are even charging in. Maybe a little over-eager, as now the single entity blob is coming over here to run over a bunch of things. Chariots go burr, kill a whole bunch of red-crested skinks. And that's going well for them so far. Skink Chief off in the middle of nowhere. Needs to pick a new target pretty quickly. More jabs, more chameleon skinks doing more stuff. But this whole area for the beastmen has won convincingly. Traderkin kills a whole bunch of cav, though I guess those are feral cold ones. We don't care about them as much. These cold one riders are more late. Though they pile into the back of their own skinks, blunting their charge and setting themselves up for a rear charge from some manticores and tuskor chariots. Alright, that is a big mistake. But we do have a manticore summon coming. We have red crested skinks running, so it looks like Even Star won the left-hand side and the beastmen overcommit. Well, not over implies they made a mistake. Their flank overload over here that was intentional has routed off a bunch of units. So even trade of space, but probably a better trade of resources for the beastmen. As you can see, these Colden Riders are also getting dragged down. That was a big mistake, committing to the clump fight against Traderkin. Now this Manticore is trying to take out the Wilds caster. Looks like he misses a bunch of attacks in a row, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Skink Chief is poking at Gorebull a little bit. Flock of Doom is going to try to do some damage to these units, but Flock of Doom doesn't do very much in general. And Chameleon Skinks are here to party. Manticore really has not been landing attacks in this Bray Shaman. It's kind of upsetting for Even Star. Okay, so that the invincible Bray Shaman is back from his terror route. Chilling. In the far distance, so Cold One Riders are chasing off Ungors. You definitely need them back here. Some big disagreements about this game so far. Fuse to Die is popping the cohort of Sotek, and they're going to run in there. They will do a lot of damage to these Ungor herds and chariots if they have the time to attack them. Skink Chief in the sky is still firing. The Feral Manticore is running out of summon time up in the sky. And Oxyotl and his Kite Squad is running back. We have some Rallying Lizardmen units. Balance of power is a little bit Beastman favor, and I tend to agree at this state in the game. Now Manticores and the chariots are going to get on top of Oxyotl. We will see how that goes. Bray Shaman of Wilds. Looks like the Cold Riders are piling past them to get on the Tuskor Chariots. I agree with that. While they're mucked up in infantry and they're not getting their charge bonus, you can get a lot of good damage onto them. Whereas if cavalry takes the charge from chariots, they actually take a lot more damage than they should. One of the reasons why chariots are so good right now. Lizardmen losing a bunch of chameleon skinks on the flank to centaurs with throwing axes. The Coldwind Riders are plowing in, but they're going to get traitor-kinned. Is it overcasted? Yep, overcasted, so that guy is dead. That's probably the last spell he was going to get off either way, though, so it's fine. And the overcast traitor-kin takes out a bunch of Coldwind Riders. Beastmen are very far ahead at this point in time, and I think they're going to take it. Little inefficient use of the Coldwind and Coldwind Riders, in my opinion. Committing them to some weird fights in some areas. Oh well. Chameleon Skinks running around backfield, but there's probably no way they can win this at this point. Oxy has plenty of ammo, but he's not going to be able to spend it all. Alright. Cyrus, if you're still in the chat, you're one of my mods. If you see anything with a .fvi, or, I don't know, I just saw .tech and I didn't want to do that. If you see anything with a message that makes no sense, just delete it. The Slaanesh mods are here. Slaanesh bots are here. Yeah, tongue twister. We are in the dying throes of a Lizardmen game. Skink Priest of Beasts is fighting some Ungors. There is a lot of routing that can happen, but there's so many Centaurs that can trap a Boxyotl for these single entities to catch him. He's not gonna live through this one. He is big dead. Dun, 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 dun. Now, Oxyotl will get knocked over a lot, which will make it kind of hard to kill him. But if they ever get a nice hit on him, you can see he only has 2,300 health, so if something hits him, that health bar will come way down. Hey, look! It came way down. And Evenstar will concede. Anything, this makes no sense. Anticity, usually they're the Slaanesh bots, because they run your stream too. Usually they'll type something like that. It just makes no sense, and then it's something, and if you highlight and paste that, it's usually like porn or some dumb shit. There. I suppose after the delay you can't see the message I just retracted, but it was just OOU space dot FVI or FYI and all that stuff. They're getting cleverer to avoid the YouTube algorithms and stuff, because they know if they type like, you know, "Are you lonely? Come here for XXS content." YouTube will ban them, so they're algorithm dodging. They're learning. Torox didn't get that much value. Most of the game is just running after stuff. Trader King Caster got 800, which is pretty good. Chariots went burr and killed a lot of stuff. Throwing axes did well. Manticores didn't really get their value, but they were very healthy at the end of the game, so they had tons of love left to give. Chameleon Skink cohorts did okay. Mostly got caught. One of the Coldwind Riders did well. The other two got traitor-kinned. Alright. La GG. The sun's hitting me, making me look like an angel. That'll be 1 up, 2 houseplant, and I will change the map. We are going to the Tower of Hoeth. I like Tower of Hoeth. Some people don't, but I like it. It's a cool map. Half of it's in forest, good deployment zones, plenty of room. I like it. Looks like Slaanesh got too powerful. It's true. Looks like Xiphos and Voins are still fighting. Either that or they just haven't reported their score. And I will leave you with the chat logs, as I'm going to go see if Grace is awake and I can give her a hug, because I haven't seen her for 3 days? 2 days? 3 days? She went up to the city, so. BRB. Oi. We're back. Oh no. Don't pick greenskins. Actually, Evenstar's screwed. If he wins either of these matchups, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. I'm back, by the way. Jeremy, it's very thematic. Hey, Jeremy's here! It's very thematic that the Slaanesh bots are attacking now. Fall of Men is the best map. No, it isn't. The cities is St. Paul, Minneapolis. Yeah, we call them the Twin Cities because they're like slammed into each other. It's actually CA marketing. They're just, they bought the bots. Dowie Vampire Counts is very Vampire Counts favored. I mean, sorry, very Dowie favored in my opinion. Ever since the release of Thoric. Their Longbeards with great weapons are just too good. I mean, Ice Power and I played it earlier today, and it didn't go well for him. And after you saw our 0-2, like, you know, if I won that battle and it wasn't that close, you'll know that that matchup might be Dowie favored. Because if I ever beat Ice Power, it's gonna be a nail biter. But that one wasn't. He won the series though. I won the Dowie game, and we had a close Empire Skaven game. And then I forgot the first one was. Dark Elf Mirror, and he won that. Alright, we're in. I can take the thing down. It's VC favored with Thoric? No. No, lies. Lies. I'll fight any Vampire Counts players, dwarves. Dot something always typed according to the plan. All is going according to plan. Alright, even start going with quadruple Vargeist. Some Direwolves. A Lamian Vampire Lord is a good pick. Ice isn't a VC player. You took a pretty good build. 4 Graveguard with great weapons. 4 zombies across the front line. Is it 5? No. 4 zombies and skeleton warriors. Hey, 2 skeleton warriors. Yeah. Cool. 4 Vargeist is interesting. Houseplant has pretty much the standard build. Oh no, he's doing his special thing. Okay, this is not the standard build in this matchup. I don't believe in it. Every time I see this build, I hate it, and I always think it's gonna lose. It's bad. Don't take this build. He has Dwarf Warriors, basic Dwarf Warriors, instead of Longbeards with great weapons. Longbeards with great weapons are so good, Houseplant. Please just take them. Anyway, triple Ironbreaker. 5 Dwarf Warriors, the Grumbling Guard, Longbeards with great weapon, Thoric, Ironbrow, and Dragonback Slayers. He has double Master Engineer with Fiery Ring and Flash Bomb apiece. They have no restocks because they don't really need it. They'll never run out of ammo before the game's over. Thoric bumped the odds a lot here, but I'd still rather play VC. And a Dowie player just needs Geometry class. Oh, it's VV... Oh, okay. Hank Cyrus. I agree with that statement. Without Thoric Ironbrow, it is VC favored, and I would agree with that. But with him, it's brutal. I don't believe in this Houseplant build because Dwarf Warriors don't have armor piercing, and Graveguard with great weapons will go burr, in my opinion. Also, Vargeist in this guy, and you have no ranged assets whatsoever. I don't know. I infinitely like Longbeards with great weapons more. The rough idea behind this, if I had to guess, would be, does he have Rune of Speed? No, he's Rune of Breaking. Oh, he's just going to try to lower the armor of his enemies, therefore his lack of armor piercing doesn't matter. It feels roundabout to me. I'd rather just take armor piercing. Rune of Doom? And as far as casting the actual game goes, even starts setting up a surround, he's moving, it's slow. So I'd rather talk about other things. See, Graveguard have 90 armor, so even with the Rune of Sundering, they're going to have 60 armor. I don't know if Dwarf Warriors are going to get that much value off. He does also have the Rune of Wrath and Ruin to clear out some areas. That is good. ITP aura, so all these Dwarf Warriors, if packed tightly enough, are going to get ITP like Longbeards, so that is good. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Even just beat me with this build as well. It's strong versus Breaker Box. Yeah. Ow. Taking some damage there from miscasts. Skeleton Warriors summoned to try and deal with the Slayers. Looks like he got a double overcast from one from Thoric, one from the things themselves. Dwarf Warriors are going to get dove on as the Ironbreakers throw their first rounds. Wait, if you have triple Ironbreaker, why didn't you take restock on your Master Engineers? And where are they going? Oh, no. Oh, no. That is a huge mistake, and Evenstar cannot let that go unpunished. He's immediately going to get Dire Wolves on top of these Master Engineers. Maybe he wants to even get Vargheists in there. The Dragonback Slayers, though, are ready to respond if needed. And these Ironbreakers get nuked down by Breath Attack. They're down to half health, and it's going to be followed up by an Overcasted Pendulum. And they dodge the Pendulum. Doesn't do that much damage. One Master Engineer is big dead. Lamian Vampire Lord's even going to dive in just to seal its fate more officially. And Thoric is going to have to get a little more aggressive if he's to win this somehow. More overcast damage on the Lamian Lord, though. Very aggressive with these summons. Dragonback Slayers getting mucked up by zombies as the Lamian Lord's going to try to pull away, and that Master Engineer routing, the dogs are 100% going to follow him off. Now Dwarf Warriors are breaking across the board, and Dwarves are ahead-ish on the balance of power, which I find ludicrous. Ludicrous indeed. Now Vargheists are fragile. They're fragile little creatures. Going to try to get a rear charge on some Ironbreakers, then they decide against it and run away. And the frontline fight is going okay for the Dwarves. I mean, all the Dwarf Warriors are running, but now they have triple Ironbreaker. So maybe they'll be okay here, but they lost one of their Master Engineers. The dudes have taken a lot of damage. One Fire Ring of Thori comes down to the Graveyard with great weapons, but doesn't do very much damage. And the Norgling's Ironbreakers are breaking, which is like exactly the opposite of what they're supposed to do. Lamian Vampire Lord is going to dive in onto Thoric, get some good value. The other Ironbreakers are wavering super close to breaking as well. And I'm getting spooked. I'm getting spooked. Rune of Breaking Ironbreakers is pretty insane versus Graveyard. Oh, I suppose I wasn't thinking about the Ironbreakers, but still, I'd rather just take long grids with great weapons. Call it a day. All three Ironbreakers are broken, and with the amount of mobility advantage the Vampire Counts have, none of those guys should be coming back. So Thoric's going to have to try to get out of here, or I guess he can fight side by side with his Dragonback Slayers, but it seems risky. He's going to have to try to get back to his last bastion of power. Two more Dwarf Warriors, the Master Engineer, and the Grumbling Guard. Dogs have cleaned up some Dwarf Warriors. Looks like they're going to get on the Ironbreakers, but the Norgrumlings are actually going to rally here if nothing is done about it, and that could be a big mistake from Evenstar. But I don't know if it'll matter that much. They're not exactly a carry threat. Warriors are rallying. I don't know what that is. Dwarf Warrior? Okay. Dwarf Warrior's rallying. Master Engineer still being chased off by some dogs. Vargheists are running around. Another Breath Attack is going to nuke down the Grumbling Guard, and they are also gone. Very clinical approach from Evenstar this game. I would say maybe these Vargheists should have been used to clean up the Ironbreakers, but Houseplant will concede. 200 value, 70 value, 70 value, 100, 200, 500. Dragonback Slayers did well. Ironbreakers did fine. Thoric did okay. Master Engineer getting caught out, but the other one, I mean, even if he hadn't gotten caught out, the other one also didn't get that much value, so it's like, meh. Lamian Lord did well. Skellies died for the cause. Graveguard did okay. They did what they had to, and Vargheists were pretty key in just like breaking targets and following them around. I don't know if I fully believe in it, but it's something. The Chill Flow is our last game. The Chill Flow. And there's a puppy on the floor next to me, and she is having a good day. Map set. Evenstar. Pick 3, ban 1. I have been pinged. Who pings me? There's someone in my server. Who dares be in my server? Okay. So we're vibing. No issues there. Check the Anticity server. Alright, cool. I'm not needed for anything. And as with yesterday, but in case you weren't here yesterday, this tournament's going to work a little different. While they think of their picks and bans. Inticity hosted number 1 yesterday, and it's his best of 32 thing, whatever. 16 people signed up today, or 15, whatever. So we don't actually play the finals. All we're looking for is the winner of the semis. So let's say Ice Power and Houseplant win this. They will go on to join. Who won yesterday? Serviliano, I think, won. Why am I forgetting the other person? Dang it. All right, I have to go look. I will not let this go. Who won? Is it in the Autumn Grand Finals? It was Papa Palpatine. How could I forget Papa Palpatine? Yes, so Papa Palpatine and Serviliano are already in the top 4, and the winner of Houseplant versus Evenstar will join them, and the winner of Ice Power versus, was it Xiphos? Xiphos will join them. And then Inticity will host that at a later date, and it'll be much more of a big thing, and everybody will celebrate, and there will be balloons and candy and yada yada. So this is qualifying for that, which is why there's no like finals, because it doesn't matter. Just want to know who gets through the semis. Makes sense? Okay. Ban vampire counts. Pick greenskins, beastmen, warriors of chaos. Vampire counts is good there. Sorry, Denticity, I forgot. I was, yeah, I forgot I was showing that screen. Okay, I didn't forget I was showing that screen. I forgot Discord was on the left screen, the one I was showing. But I have no secrets. I was just looking for the winners between Papa Palpatine and Serviliano. It's alright. Okay. So Wood Elves ban Greenskins is a very good pick from Houseplant. I have not kept it secret that I think Wood Elves is good into Beast. Oh, never mind. My brain said it was Vampire Counts, Greenskins, and Beastmen. And then it was like Vampire Counts and Beastmen. Neither of those want to face Wood Elves, but never mind. Being dumb. All my terrible comments are out there now. It's true. It's true. Us mods on Anticity's ladder, we are just constantly abused by our mighty overlord. It's day in, day out abuse. It's definitely not a supportive working environment. Okay. Chaos versus Wood Elves. Someone said this is super chaos favored. Was that you, Cyrus? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I do have a Wood Elf hatred bias, so I think everything is Wood Elf favored, besides like their obviously bad matchups. I would expect to see Zarthoriel 6 Skirmish Cav from the Chaos player. Sigvald might be a mistake, because I'm the host, I can look. Sigvald would be a mistake because sisters can use their spread shot directly above him and do a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. I never play Age of Mythology on stream. I could, but people never vote for it. If I ever put up a poll on what to play, you guys vote for Warhammer or like Vermintide. And one time you guys voted for Among Us, and then no one signed up to play, and that made me really sad. I cried a lot. Wood Elves are really bad. Buff Orion again. I wouldn't mind Orion being buffed. Their roster's just too good in other ways, though. Okay. Hi, Hazel. Oh, God. Hi, Pop. You doing good? You gonna let Dad take down the screen blocker so the nice people can see the video game? You gonna do that? Or you just want to snuggle? Do you just want to snuggle so the nice people have to stare at a gladiator with Icket Claw's face for the rest of the stream, huh? You gonna do that? I loves you. We'll go for a walk after this, I promise. I promise. Yeah. Good lady. Okay. Let's do this. Gotta take the blocker down. Boom. Alrighty. Setting up. So, we have Zarthoriel. I think that is a very good pick into Wood Elves. He has incredible physical and... magic and missile resist. So that makes him very tanky to spells and magic damage dealing arrows. We have Chaos Knights with Lances. That's spicy. The Summoners of Rage as well. Chaos Chariots. Do we only have one? Looks like we have one Chaos Chariot. We do have a bunch of Skirmish Cav. 5, unless he's already started moving them around. Who's that? Houseplant's already ready. Well, silly. Horsemen, 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 horse masters, 2 horse masters, 3 horsemen. Looks like we have some Chaos Warhounds, 4 of them to support, and then we have Chaos Marauders. Okay, and I'm going to act surprised because I saw Houseplants build before this because I was behind the blocker. Wait, didn't I take that down? Get out of here. Shoot! Bad blocker. Anyway, sorry about that. Houseplant has 5 Wildwood Rangers. Glade Riders with Hagbang Tips. Looks like 4 of them. We have 3 Dryads. Thanks, Bowmore. I noticed the blocker. The Hawkeyes of Jakira and Drycha. Wildwood Rangers. You're on game 3. The last game of a very important set. And you're betting it all on elite Wood Elf infantry. It's not the bet I would make. But Houseplant does what Houseplants wants. We just smile and accept it. Right. So the Glade Riders are going to outtrade the Marauder Horsemen and Horse Masters 1v1, but there are 5 of them and only 4 of the Wood Elf variant, and it looks like Evenstar is getting a nice little surround in here, so they definitely want to pull out of the situation. It looks like they are. They have 94 speed, and with the poison, these guys only have 77. They take a brutal volley in the back from the Hawkeyes of Jakira. That is going to be very good for the Wood Elves to start off this game. Hawkeyes of Shakira. Well, those arrows don't lie. My hips don't lie. Cause I'm a frickin' Wood Elf thing. More kiting in from the Wood Elves. Looks like Evenstar is trying to commit all of his resources on this side. Maybe he can catch the Glade Riders. They're technically faster than the dogs, but the dogs start their charge animation because speed is a suggestion. But as long as the Wood Elf player keeps giving commands to run this way, they won't get caught up too bad, and it looks like he will get away. Dryads and Wild Rangers are here to catch the oncoming force. If it overcommits, it does not, and it starts to run away. So Arthoriel's going to jump in there for fun. Give a little Keck W and keep going. So some of the Skirmish Cav are still fighting. Dogs have broken into the back line, but they are going to sprint immediately into Wildwood Rangers, and I would imagine that goes well for the Wood Elves. Maybe with only 40 armor, they actually take more damage than you would think. Dryads getting wrecked by Sarthoriel and some Chaos Knights with Lances. And it looks like we have a big final trance coming in. Houseplant does start to dodge, and unlike unlike the Soul Stealer, if they get out of the ring, they stop taking damage, I believe. So that was a good little play from him. Run away. Wild Rangers and Drycha are standing their ground. All these dogs are taking a lot of damage. Chaos Chariots are also taking a decent amount of damage. Now, one of the Wood Elf Skirmish Cav has been caught and routed off the map, but Dryads are holding their own elsewhere. And I forgot the Summoners of Rage even exist, but they are hopping in there, taking some decent damage. Hawkeyes of Jakira are trying to peel off these Chaos Chariots as they run. Glade Riders are fighting those Chaos Warhounds. Maybe just want to turn and melee combat them from 2 different sides to rout them off quickly, but there's a lot going on. I can't blame Houseplant for having some mixed micro there. Dryad in the middle of this big blob trying to fight Sartorial now, who has popped Standard Die to give his Chaos Marauders some staying power. Hawkeyes of Trakira are trying to get somewhere to fire. Wood Elves are pulling a little bit ahead on the balance of power. Dryads are running back to support them, along with these great Blade Riders with Hagbane Tips. They should just run into melee again at this point. You really want to break those guys off and free up the Hawkeyes to keep firing. Hawkeyes are kind of the only thing that can do real damage to Sartorial and the Summoners of Rage. Chaos forces all around the map are trying to rally. It looks like Summoners of Rage Chain Lightning is going to go off in the middle of nowhere, which is a little unfortunate. Tried to get some of the Wildwood Rangers, but RNG was not on their side. Right, there was a lot happening there, so kind of had to talk through that quickly. Drycha's doing okay. Her health is fine. The lower she gets, the more powerful she becomes as long as she doesn't break. So that's fine. Hawkeyes of Shakira are a little caught up. Where's most of that unit? Most of that unit's over here, so they're doing okay. Skirmish Cav's getting a little bit sparse for both sides, honestly, taking a lot of damage. And Sartorial is going to be the big problem. He's going to be very, very hard to take out. I imagine Houseplant will just leave him for dead last and hope he has enough left in the tank to take him. Summoners of Rage rallying, but with so little health, if the Hawkeyes ever do get free and clear, they will take him out. Hawkeyes fight off some Chaos Marauders before Chariots are going to catch up to them. And there's no heavy-hitting cavalry like Great Stagnites or Wild Riders to run in and save him from these Chariots. So the Hawkeyes are actually maybe going to go down here. And Chaos is getting a pretty big second wind. They've taken over the mobile game, and now the forces have gotten split up of the Wood Elves. They're just taking fights, 1 versus 4, 1 versus 4, 1 versus 4, etc. I have a kitty. I was busy. I didn't even notice. Hawkeyes were terror routed, but not actually routed, so they're coming back, and now they're surrounded by Wildwood Rangers. If these Chaos Chariots commit, they will probably get dragged down by all this armor-piercing elite infantry. Probably, but they are Chariots, and Chariots do, in fact, go burr. Alright. Chariots losing models. Summoners of Rage charging in from the rear. Hawkeyes of Trakira have a lot of ammunition left that they could try to use, but they've just been swarmed this whole time. Glade Riders running away, doing some kiting. And that's going okay, but what sucks for Houseplant here is he's trying to blob up so he can't get abused in the mobile game anymore, but if he blobs up too much, there is a big old final transcaster right here, and he's going to run in, causing some terror, maybe even sending out a Standard Die. And Drycha gets a nice hit on his back. He's going to have to be a little careful. These Wildwood Rangers are buffed up to 53 melee attack because of Drycha being wounded and nearby. Hawkeyes of Shakira hanging in there with 9 models left, firing shots wherever they can. Maybe want to focus on the Summoners of Rage, not really sure. And Sartorial is taking a lot of damage. He needs to leave this fight unless he has a final trans bait going on. But if he's just running in for some free damage, that damage wasn't so free, my friend. Bounce power after Sartorial took half his health and damage is back to roughly even. And this Skirmish Cav for the Wood Elves is about to get cornered and killed, and without it, Even Star Skirmish Cav has a lot of ammo left. They can just come back and start throwing into this area. Wildwood Rangers don't have shields. Dryads don't have shields. So nothing over here has shields. If Even Star just wants to use all his ammunition, he could. Get Dogs chase off the Hawkeyes or Chikira, which he is going to do, and I do think this is very, very bad for the Wood Elves at this point. Have you seen the Drycha summon? Ice Power says yes. I missed it if it was there. Hey, bud. Ed's here, everybody. We've had an animal-filled stream. We have little Ed. We love Ed. I will control with just the keyboard, Ed, just so you get a little bit of time. Drycha holds crazy balance of power. She really does. And across the map, we see Even Star's just gathering his forces, but he's going to have to throw all of his ammunition before he engages. Otherwise, he might actually lose, and there's no reason for him to risk it in this situation. No reason to risk it, eh, buddy? Houseplant's forming up a final stand box, but as we mentioned before, if he separates, it's going to get charged from multiple directions by the mobility. If he doesn't separate, I've only seen 1, maybe 2 final transes, so there's probably another one in the tank. Trying to get into multiplayer, are there any resources for learning Skaven? Yes, Jared, why? I have a build guide on how to do it somewhere on this channel. Otherwise, just generally, well, watching me, or I hear Crabling plays a lot of Skaven these days. Bowmore plays a lot of Skaven, though I don't think he streams. So watching someone play them, watching the guide, both good ways. I think it's in my channel as Skaven How To What Do. Yes, it is. It is that exact thing. So, just go check that out. It's a good starter. The main point is try to take ideally 3-to-1, but at worst case 2-to-1 defenders to carry potential. You don't. The biggest mistake you can make is having like 4 Rattling Gunners, 4 Warp Block Giselles, 3 Warp Lightning Cannons, and having 4 Skaven Slaves to defend them. And it's like, well, you're never going to be able to defend them. You're going to lose. So you want enough to be able to carry you through the game, but you also want enough to protect it. And that's the easiest way to get started. Taking a Gracier on a Bell is almost never bad with some summons when you're getting used to it. Then you can learn what each of the Legendary Lords do. And I could comment on the game, but as it's in the center screen, you can all see what's going on. There's kiting. Even starts using all his ammunition before engaging as he tries to kill some of these elite Wood Elves. Logic's a very good person to learn Skaven. Human Boy is more of a Wood Elf mate. Oh yeah. Oh. I love my Wood Elves. Play a lot of them. I'm an Undead main. I have been playing a lot of Undead recently. I used to play a lot of Vampire Coast before they got boring. In the boring meta. I liked the Anticity gun lines. That's actually the reason I got into Vampire Coast, was watching Anticity's, well, I was watching Turin. Anticity was on them. But the fact that he could have like 3 deck gunners and then 4 handgun mobs and then like 3 pistol mobs and they all defended each other was just super cool. And I wanted to be like that. And then the handgun mob nerfs came in and now they kind of suck. The slow part of the game is ending, ladies and gentlemen. The horsemen are running out of ammunition. The Wood Elves are running out of bodies to throw into the pyre. Tried just trying to rally the last of her forces. I accidentally drew an arrow, but let's draw another one just for fun. Whee! Wildwood Rangers routing. There's no way they come back. Evenstar showed us his ability to run things off in the Vampire Counts game. He is very on top of things, making sure they don't come back at all. And if Sartorial's jumping in here this early, I imagine he has a final trans. There's no reason for him to take this fight otherwise, because it actually could lead to his death. Is it overcasted? Yup. Alright, that's GG. Sartorial should now leave. He should definitely get out of here. But the Chaos Forces can all close in. Drycha's taking so much damage from the final trans, she is actually going to die. There's the Dryad summon. He was saving it because otherwise it was just going to get kited out. But there was nothing for it to fight right now, unfortunately. And that is GG. Are slaves better fodder than clan rats, or is it situational? Evenstar's not even shooting. Xiphos, it could. 1, I don't think it would have mattered. And 2, he was setting up a full surround for the longest time. So there's an argument immediately made that's like, well, he was setting up a surround and yada yada. But the biggest part is, did it matter for the state of the game? No. I don't think it did. I don't think the Wood Elves had any way back into that game. And if Bowmore and Anticity saw something I didn't, they can feel free to hop in there. But it was a very doomed situation. As soon as you had that many tattered Wildwood Rangers, Sartorial had an overcasted final trans in the pocket, they set up a perfect surround, it was over. GG, well played. You are done for the day. You made it to top 4. Throw him a smiley face, and then I will get Ice Power and Xiphos in here, unless they already have a lobby. At Xiphos, you have a lobby. Just if they already set stuff up, I'll join them. Congrats. Doesn't he have magic resist? Yes. Sartorial has magic resist. But Drycha still, Drycha hurts. Sartorial has like 20% magic resist. 25% magic resist, but 25% of 1,000 is still like 750. So Drycha was slapping that fool. Okay, you have a lobby. Xiphos, I'm coming to you. I'm coming. This will be our last thing of today. Xiphos versus Ice Power to see who is the 4th and final contestant to fight Sir Viliano, Papa Palpatine, and now Evenstar. Alright. I am here. Just make sure that they know the party has arrived. ODM Zyphos versus XMT's own beloved Ice Power Total War. And I hope we get 3 games. Because that would be cool. All right. 36 people here today. That's new. Normally we chill in the 15 area, sometimes on a good day, low 20s, but all right. I bet it's you, Ed. You're bringing all these people here because you're such a good kitty. Yeah. They love you. Just going to make sure pick and bans have already happened or if they just happen to be hovering this. Sweet. Ice's first pick. Get some elf on elf action, perhaps. I mean, Zyphos. We saw Wood Elves versus Dark Elves twice today, and you normally don't ever see that matchup because it's largely considered to be terrible for Dark Elves, but maybe the times are changing. I don't think it'll be great for Dark Elves. I think there's potential in it to be even. And I need while we're waiting on their picks, I need something to fight Wood Elves in my personal roster. I don't play a lot of the factions that are good against Wood Elves. Or at least when I play them, I don't play them in a way that's super good against Wood Elves. I do play Dark Elves. So I'm hoping to find a way to make that good. But as we saw versus Bobman, it's possible to beat Wood Elves with Skaven. It's just not ideal. I would rather save my Skaven for a counter pick than first pick him, I guess. Dark Elves Brett. Dark Elves Brett. Maybe Lizardmen. Maybe Lizardmen. Empire would be good. And Zypho's just going into the Wood Elves. Dark Elves. Dark Elves. Oh, Brett. Teach Ed or Hazel to play and watch the views skyrocket. God, I wish. Hey, we got elf on elf action. Sorry. The Lady of the Lake is definitely not an elf. Never mind. We got elf on human action. This is usually Bretonia favored, but Zyphos picked right into it very confidently, so maybe he's got something up his sleeve. You're just making it harder for yourself. AC Maiden, I thought you of all people, an elf main, would like some new elven strategies. And the fact that you don't hurts me. A little tear down my face. Nah, you do what you want. I've tried so many times to learn High Elves, and every time I just get depressed and stop. Every time. They make me sad. I don't know how you keep playing them, dude. No Cane, No Gain, you're a High Elf main? I honestly would have thought you'd be a Dark Elf main by your name. This whole time, I've thought you were a Dark Elf main. Now, we have Maiden and No Cane, who both main High Elves. Why? Like, straight up, the floor is yours. Why main that faction? Son of Karn, hello. What up, dude? Jeremy, Pomp-ass Jackass Elves versus Pompous Jackass Humans. Woo. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite here. I would like, the one thing I would like for High Elves, and then I would play them all the time, is Armor-Piercing Cav. That's the biggest thing that's frustrated me, is when I try to take Cav fights with like Silverhelms or Dragon Princes, and the other guy has 60 armor, and then you just lose because your lances bend like those pool noodles on their armor, and you're just like, well, we tried. Time to go home. Pointy hats, because you hate vampire counts. They are good against vampire counts. I'll give you that. High Elves are very good against vampire counts. Son of Karn, are you sure you aren't the son of Korn? Coming in here saying the blood for the blood god? Also, this is clearly a Nurgle channel. Nurgle or Slanesh. Either or. Human Boy's quest to win the Dark Elf Wood Elf match has been legendary. Songs will be sung when he finally does it. Just you wait, Bowmore. Just you wait. I think it's fun, though. Right? And it's weird. Dragon Princes are chats. They don't need AP. They need AP. It's weird because it's like losing the Wood Elf Dark Elf matchup is more fun to me than winning like dwarves versus vampire counts or Skaven versus dwarves or like Dark Elves versus beastmen. Like there are certain matchups that just aren't fun. And Dark Elves, Wood Elves, at least with the new way to play it, is at least fun. So I'd rather do that. Okay. Blocker coming down. This time I'm on top of it. We are entering our last best of 3, and it is with the legendary, the illustrious, the wonderful and magnificent Human Boy, yes, casting 2 frickin' randos. For Ice Power on Britonia, we have Royal Pegasus Knights. All right, that's the 1600 Perfect Vigor variant. Right next to them is King Lewin without Perfect Vigor, because sometimes this game is stupid. I like how he gets Blessing of the Lady, but not Perfect Vigor. He just doesn't. But Royal Pegasus Knights, they got it. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Knights of the Realm, very good into Wood Elves. Will crump a lot of their cavalry with their anti-large, and they don't need armor piercing because Wood Elves don't have armor. Very effective unit there. Life Caster on the ground because Lewin is not the Fey Enchantress. Doesn't have his own life casting. Dwellers and Earthblood, a very good combination. We have 4 Peasant Archers, Pox Arrows, regular Pox Arrows. 4 Spearmen, 5 Peasant Mobs. Simple, nice, eloquent build. With the Royal Pegasus Knights being one spicy thing. Now, the Royal Pegasus Knights will be very much needed because there are 4 frickin' Hawk Riders here. And the Sisters of Twilight. On the ground, we have triple Treekin, it looks like. One of which is the ROR. We have some Turtle Guards, some with shields, some without. And we have a Branch Wraith with healing and pendulum. Oh boy. Alright, a lot of messages just happened. Plague of Rust is a do-it-yourself AP. That is true, I should start bringing Plague of Rust more. Karn is champion of Khorne in 40k. Ah, well then I wasn't that far off. Good to see you. Any Warriors of Chaos games? There have been some. Even Star just won on the Warriors of Chaos to get himself into the final top 4 that Anticity will cast at a later date. I think he's Kane because Human Boy doesn't know lore. I don't know the lore as well as I should, but I'm working on it. If you want to know Skaven lore, I friggin' got you. But other than that, I'm catching up. I'm in the middle of the Gotrek and Felix series right now, so I'm working on it. Players are getting ready. There is no white line issue here. Plenty of room to flank. Only like a third of his forces are in the woods, and there's plenty of stuff outside the woods, so hopefully that will not become an issue later. Surprised by Xiphos' build? Lotus Moon took a similar thing versus me recently. Lotus Moon and Xiphos are birds of a feather. Ha ha! Ha ha! Hawk Rider's joke. Who's messaging me? Is it important for this game? It's Bowmore. It might be important. Oh. Okay. Right. Bowmore is informing me so that DM was important to check. That's in case people are all like, why do you check DMs while you're streaming? Sometimes they're relevant. I forgot that there are only 4 ranged flyers allowed. And Sisters of Twilight plus 4 Hawk Riders is 5. Very unfortunate there. Royal Pegasus Knights. Yeah, he's sending me some stuff. Rusty trolling me. Anyway, yeah. So if Ice Power wins this, no problem. If he loses it, we're going to have to replay. I could message now, and I will message now, but the odds the players see it is late, and I didn't notice it in time that one could be put in the corner. So... okay. Yeah, I forget that one because I was looking for 360 and he had 5, and then I looked on the ground to see if there was like 2 Glade Guard or something, because the easiest thing in the world is to forget that the sisters have 360 as well. But I missed the 5 ranged things. Thanks, Bowmore. You treasure. So the Bretonnians are doing... I forget which faction I started that sentence with, but whatever. Wood Elves are skirmishing as best they can, trying to avoid the Peasant Bowmen as well. They should play it out since... Yes. Anyway, regardless. Bowmore sent me it. Flying ranged units, it says 4, and then flying units is 5, and ranged units of 360 is 6. Too many rule sets, too many exceptions, too many changes. There's only one rule set, usually. Like, Banner Rules hasn't been updated in forever, so most tournaments use Fruit these days. Alright, Sisters are firing into the Peasant Bowmen. But here's the big thing, is that the Hawk Riders are already at half health. I'm sorry, half ammo. Sisters have used a good amount of their ammo. They're trying to rout off some of these Peasant Bowmen. The Wood Elves' force in the distance looms ominous. The Royal Pegasus Knights were probably not the play here. Yeah. Then you got changes when Lords count as 360 and they do not. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I literally don't know. This seems like it was a discussion that happened when I wasn't around, so I'm going to just keep going here. Nice Hawk Rider control is going to try to walk off these Peasant Bowmen. Did they land? No. They took a chunk of damage. I was curious where that came from. But some of the Peasant Bowmen are going to rally a little bit. Sisters of Twilight land to take out some Peasant Bowmen, but oh no, this could be a big mistake if they get surrounded by these Knights of the Realm. You can see already they're doing pretty big damage. Sisters only have 50 armor, and Xiphos even pulls over, Ice Power pulls over his other Knights of the Realm to really box them in, and Xiphos is desperately trying to get out of here. Lewin is running over, some Peasant Archers are supporting, but this could be a big moment. Sisters potentially getting back in the sky. Don't know why these Knights of the Realm pulled away. They should definitely get back in there and really pin in that lady. Peasant Bowmen on the far sides shooting up into these Hawk Riders who have taken a lot of damage, and these Sisters are not getting off the ground. They are surrounded by these Knights. Lewin is even going to dive in and settle this matter once and for all. If the Sisters die here, that is 100% going to be game over as the Wood Elves lose her. Their Hawk Riders are running out of ammo and out of health. Yeah, that's just not going to be enough carry potential. And with the Wood Elf force now coming out of the trees, the Bretonnians can take their time, rally all their Peasant Bowmen, shoot into the Wood Elf force. They have plenty of healthy cav. They have a healing caster. And that is going to be a huge, huge advantage for Ice Power. Anyone else feel ranged fire should be okay if we enforce the attacking rules super strictly? There's a rules discussion in the chat. I'm going to gloss over that and focus on other stuff. Bretonnians are all pulling away as they are engaging elsewhere. They have Bowmen trying to shoot at these Hawk Riders. They have Lewin chasing them around. And Lewin is good in this matchup for this kind of reason. The Fey Enchantress can get sniped by Hawk Riders and stuff. Whereas Lewin has the Lion's Shield and he has self-regen. And he has 90 armor. Yes. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by chat things. So yeah, the Fae can actually get sniped. Lewin can't. Because with the Lion Shield, where is it? 40% missile resist on top of his already 15%. And then you also get magic resist and physical resist. So he's just covering all of his bases. He's got resist. He has got uber ultra resist. The Royal Pegasus Knights fighting to the last man. 21 health and he goes down to Blaze of Glory. Hawk Riders are officially out of ammo except for that one. Then the tree box is going to have to try to do something about it. Hawk Riders in the back, killing off some Peasant Bowmen. That's pretty fine. How many Bowmen does Ice still have? He has 2. 2 bows. Firebark Elders could be hard to kill. Don't know. But eh. And now we wait. Now we wait. Peasant Bowman. Peasant Bowman. Knights of his realm. Those other peasant bows might rally, but Zyphos' Hawk Riders that are in the backfield are just going to take him out anyway. Firebrock Elders getting shot at by some Pox arrows. Ice Power just trying to do a little bit of damage to them because he knows that these big tanky boys actually won't take a lot of damage from Knights of the Realm. They are thick. They have physical resistance, fire resistance, missile resistance, 90 armor, and 57 melee defense. They are not messing around. Dwellers Below comes in, I think, from the Bretonnians. And Ice Power is just trying to clear out as much of this chaff in one big burst as he can. Lewin diving in as well. Bretonnians are a little bit ahead on the balance of power, but the balance of power does acknowledge these Firebark Elders might be hard to take out. As I say that, though, Lewin charging in, along with all this whittling bowman fire, is taking them down. The Sword of Corone, for a little bit, had their armor lowered by, I believe, 30, making the bows much easier to deal damage. Good Pendulum's going to take out yet another bowman unit. We're down to one peasant bowman, but I think that damage on the Firebark Elders by Ice Power is going to be good enough of a play to get him through this game. As they break, they will be run off. This other unit is about to break. The Hawk Riders are here, but I don't think the Eagles are coming, Gandalf. I think the Eagles are all dead. RIP! And that was a GG. Unless something ludicrous happens, but I don't think the Bretonnians will lose at this point. Let's let the Firebark Elders come back. Looks like he was trying to get ready for a big Dwellers, so Ice Power's micro was elsewhere, but definitely need to keep running off those Treekin. They have plenty of health, they just broke due to leadership. So you can't allow them to come back. But yet another nice Dwellers comes in, kills off a ton of Eternal Guard models. They're getting close to breaking, they might even tear her out, and Lewin is fighting the Branch Wraith. The age-old story of the Frenchman hoping peasant archers won't deal too much damage to them. That was a fat Dwellers. I wonder if you mean the first or the second one, because they're both really good. Knights of the Realm pounding in, trying to rout off the last of the Wood Elves. Hawk Riders are killing a whole bunch of peasants. And King Lewin dives in. Are these guys ITP or... I'm kind of surprised none of them terror-routed from the big, scary eagle man. Ice Power getting some nice cycle charging. Even got one Knights of the Realm around the whole force. And another sneaking up through. Excellent Cav micro. Slams into the Treekin. There we get a big rout, and the game is over. See that thing from that post? It's right beneath Bowmore. I could delete it, but I'm just going to point at it. That's what I'm talking about, Anticity, with like the weird, it's not a real message, it's just 3 random letters and then dot FYI. It's dumb. Stupid Slanesh bots. I'll let the mods take care of it. I got other stuff going on. Alright. Sisters! Hawk Riders did fine. Treekin got murdered. Sisters did well. Lewin did well. The double Dwellers getting 1800 value. Peasant Bowman did fine. Knights of the Realm did well. Royal Pegasus Knights died for the great cause. I was informed that was a rule break. It's a weird one, but it happens. I did the same. I actually did do this. I did the same with Gyro like a month ago. I had this build, and I was talking to Houseplant, ironically enough, because we played with him earlier, and it was a build versus Greenskin, and I had 5 gyros, and he's like, you know this is illegal, right? And I'm like, what? But, anyway, rule break ended up not really mattering, because we, Ice Power won. Is a 1-0. Second map is Tower of Hoeth. Zyphos is up. Anticity, I really liked your video on the fact that you can direct vortexes. That has changed a lot of how I play. I started taking Purple Sun. I think it's pretty good. Because if you have Spirit Leech, you can deal with like Dark Elf, Kite with Scourge Runners and that kind of stuff. And then if they don't have Scourge Runners and they have just this big blob of infantry, then you still have a spell that can wreck a bunch of stuff. Also helps with cav fights. All of a sudden, vortexes are good. I do wish they would increase the cast time on Burning Head, though. That spell, as soon as you see the little thing, it's already going off. You can't dodge it very effectively. Sucks! Hazel's just napping outside of our bedroom because Grace is taking a nap and I'm in here and she wants to be like near both of us but doesn't want to pick a side. And Ed's napping up in his cap tower and Grace is napping in the bedroom, so I guess I'm the only person awake in this house right now. It's fine, I guess. Just keep going on alone. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. What is the picture of the Zyphos? I wonder if he includes high elves, because he likes high elves, but they're not the strongest first pick faction. Or does he try to stop Ice Power from taking Dark Elves no matter what, just to put him off balance? Though Ice is playing a lot of Tomb Kings these days, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that come out in the game too. Keep Doggo? Yeah, Hazel's a treasure, dude. Hazel is a treasure. We love her very much. Hey, GS, what up, dude? GS, I think I know who you are. But if you change your name for other reasons, I won't say that. Beastmen High Elves. He included High Elves. Wow. What's happening? This is the RLC Grand Finals. Yeah, RLC Grand Finals. This is the other semi. And the semis are the finals for today because you're just trying to qualify for Anticity's big stream later. With the top four. So we have Papa Palpatine, Serviliano, and Evenstar. And the winner of this best of three will be the fourth and final entry. Okay, yeah, you revealed it. Yeah, it's Butcher. I recognized your picture. Zyphos is currently down one game. He's got High Elves, Beastmen. Trying to think of a good pick there. Dark Elves, I guess. Dark Elves is fine if... Dark Elves is fine if Ice Power knows how to play Dark Elves into High Elves. Hey, let's go! Yeah, Maiden, that is how I figured out. But I didn't know. If he changed his name to GS for some actual reason and didn't want me to just be like, hey, everybody, it's Butcherbird! Everybody say hi to Butcherbird. Why'd you change your name? And if he's like, man, fuck you, dude. So I just played it a little careful, just in case he had a reason. But after he revealed who he is, it's like, he's fine. Hazel's mad about something. Just another one of my alternate personalities. I do have a lot of them. So Dark Elves... I would not take Beastmen into Dark Elves. Please don't. Please don't. It's so bad for Beastmen. It's so bad. Even if Ice Power doesn't take my specific build, it's still really bad. 4 Scourge Runners, Double King Assassin, Marathi Double Manticore is so strong. Then I usually take the Raven's Heralds, but I know Ice doesn't like them as much as I do. Don't do it. Don't you do it. I don't know the high elf matchup that well. So I would be very curious to see what both players take there, because Zyphos is an extremely accomplished high elf player, and Ice Power is obviously a very good dark elf player. So I would know I would actually get to see. Hey, let's go! That's what I was hoping for. I am so curious how this matchup goes. And I'm excited. I don't know if I've seen this in like months. Yeah, I haven't seen High Elves Dark Elves for a long time. AC Maiden, a prominent elf player, says both are meh for Zyphos. Oof. Well, these two are bemoaning the strength of the beastmen at the moment. I might leave you in their graces and go see what Hazel was barking at in case someone broke into my house and is trying to kill us all. Because I feel like that would be detrimental to the future of the stream if I, died. Okay. BRB. BRB. Ed, take care of the stream. There, you get to see Window Cat up there being Window. Hazel, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you upset? Yeah. Alright, I think she's okay. I don't know. I just work here. Kebab. Cat Kebab comes in here with a whole bunch of what appears to be Russian. I don't know what that means. Now we pass season 4. All right, it looks like an advertisement for a different channel, but it's in Russian, so I don't care. I'll leave it alone. As long as it wasn't like something dumb and racist. I don't care. But I put it into Google Translate and it looks like he's trying to promote a different YouTube channel. Just pretty whatever. So I got back in time for the last 1 to 2 games. I'm sorry, Butcher Bird, but that is true. We are in the Grand Finale. But we had a banger stream, I think. I played Ice Power. It went 0-2 to him, obviously. I mean, otherwise I'd be up there right now. But the first game, you're going to want to check out the first game, Butcher Bird. Second game was good too, but the first game, priceless. Oh yeah, you guys are still looking at a cat. What up? I'm back. Yeah, Legion confirming it's just his channel. I just had to make sure, since I don't understand the language, throw it into Google Translate, get the rough idea of what it was trying to say, and make sure it's fine. But sorry, you already removed it. That's also fine. We're fine with non-English in chat? Yeah, you can have non-English in chat, just don't be a dingus. Dun, 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 dun. These two really thinking. I'm looking at Zyphos' build behind the thing. I'm not the host of the lobby, so I can't flip over to Ice Powers, but this looks interesting. AC Maiden will have to be our representative high elf expert that tells me if this is a normal thing or not. This build looks a little, let's say, extravagant. Extravagant? Exotic? That was the word I was looking for. This is an exotic build from the high elves so far. Cool, some channels aren't. Yeah, you can speak whatever language you want, just don't say anything dumb. And by dumb, I don't mean like, racist, political, either side of the political spectrum. It's just like, you're watching a Total War stream, it's not really the place to go into that. And not that people have, but it's just kind of like, Those are the main things I'll look for and be like, all right, let's shut that down. Homophobic, sexist, anything like that. It's just talk about what we're here to talk about. Talk about other dumb nerd shit that people love. Talk about those kind of things. Just pretty obvious YouTube things. That is, Jeremy, you're right. That is considered bad manners. Dus wir können gewoon over die Rat ruden zonder hat. I got enough of that, Hank Cyrus, that you have now won. You have victory over me. Because I know I've had 5 years of German, and I went to Germany I lived there for a month and a half with an exchange family, and your language, god dang, are you Dutch or Belgian? I can't remember. But anyway, your language is close enough that I got some of those, like gewoon. I believe gewoon is you won, past tense. Hey, Hanadins, what up, dude? Zyphos is an exotic high elf player. Toy Kong Fi. Anticity, is that Korean? Oh, it's Vietnamese. Are you Vietnamese in ancestry? I didn't know. He makes certain units work that I never. Yeah, I love watching those people, dude. I love watching players that make things work that I can't. Like Vicious Satsuma, back when he was active in Warhammer, when he played Skaven, he ran a lot of Gutter Runner and Night Runner comps. And I have played those units. Can't make them work, dude. I can't. They feel so terrible. They always fail me. They're awful. And then you watch Satsuma play them, and you're like, that's a really good unit. I should take that. And then you take it, and you're like, fuck, this is why I didn't take it. Unchi o tabamasu oshino ushimazu. That's Japanese, I think. Two repeater bolt throwers, so some... I don't know why my tongue is so tight today. Two repeater bolt throwers plus some archers would win this, but it's Dark Elf favored. Interesting. Simon Tonton, 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 Zera Tondu. Is it Legion? Isn't that the copy paste for French where you can say ton as much as possible? You're Vietnamese, but super whitewashed. My ancestry is like 99.9% German, and then I live in the Midwest in the United States of America, so it's just like, there's not a lot of diversity in my background. It's just white. White and boring. Naturally is a better translation of gavonum, is a verb of win. Yeah. I know some things sometimes. Some things sometimes. Hey, thanks for the kind words. Is it I or L? Well, INDKZBV. I had to put it into Google Translate, but the rough gist of it is kindness. Thank you. It's French, but no copy paste. Legion knows French. All right, Legion. Then why aren't you a Bretonnian main? Checkmate. Got you, dude. Kumakris de Hugo Human Boy. I don't know, Hammond. I assume that is something kind, and I will reply with an insult. I just will have to think of one. Beat Nice Power in this matchup. 3 Dragon Princes, 2 Reapers, then 3 Archers does it, but only if you outplay. Well, it's easy to outplay Ice Power. It's easy. Who even is this guy? Some scrub? Some easy-to-defeat loser noob? I think he was only led into this tournament because he paid Anticity $500. So, I mean, shouldn't even be here, am I right? No. If you don't know who Ice Power is, then I don't know how you found this stream, but out-microing him is not easy. That was a joke for legal purposes before I get sued by the Church of Marathi. Holy crap, Ice Power is writing a novel about how to play this matchup, though. How we doing, boss? I'm Ice Power fanboy. Nice. I have also been to his stream many of times. You're a Mousillon main, does that count? We'll allow it. They're the French vampire counts. He buys all his clothes at Hot Topic. Alright, Ice Power's ready. It is a very competitive game. He needs to win one more to get into the top 4, and he definitely wants to do that. So I don't want to rush him, but I feel like we've been in this army building phase for a very long time. So I felt like it was okay to be like, come on, come on. And that new beat your ass. Did you pay $1,000 to get in? No, it's just what can I say? I threw the kid a bone. Sandbagged it for him. Let him win. No. I'm just being silly. Lord Baltimore, I got lucky just saying, "'Tis how I do it," because Scourge Runners... Otherwise, Scourge Runners run over. Oh, hey, Lord Baltimore. C6, Sias, Scient, 6 Citrons, 6 Cent, 6 Ses, Oozbus. Oozbus? How do you even say your name? Oh, well. Alright, last dumb thing. It's not a dumb thing. It's just a tongue twister. Last thing I'm trying to read, I'll read for Legion, and then I will focus on the game at hand. I'm going to take the blocker down right now, though, before I forget. So get out of here. Shoot! Oops. Oops, it's not what I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of this. Alright. Legion, what did you write? Oh, there's so many, like, umlauts that I don't even know how to pronounce. Tristrats, Riet, Stribnich, Strekach, Strekalo, Press, Trista, Triset, Stribnich, Stresh. That's the best I got, Legion. Hey, Shidoku, what up? You're in time to root for Zyphos to get us to a game 3. Alright, I took the friggin' blocker down, didn't I? Good. I looked over on the other screen, it was still up. So, for Zyphos, we do have 2 Dragon Princes, if I remember correctly. We have Lyrian Reavers, double Sisters of Avalorn, if he didn't change that. He did not. We have Phoenix Guard, double Rangers, triple Silverin Guard. Nope, 2 Silverin Guard Spearmen, Teclis on foot, and a Mage of Death. That's what I meant by exotic, was the double Sisters, the Phoenix Guard, and the Dragon Princes. It felt like Zyphos just grabbed every cool unit high elf players want to use and hoped it would work out, is how it felt. But apparently Lord Baltimore is saying that that sort of build has worked for him before. Yeah, Cyrus, I screwed it up. It's okay. I'll get over it. For Ice Power, we have a Forest Force. Alright, time to do the super fun casting of In the Forest, because I didn't listen to AC Maiden and figure out how to toggle this stuff. Sisters of Singing Doom, Dread Spears, Lokir Fellhard on foot. We have a Canid Assassin, a Sorceress of Death with only Spirit Leech, more Witch Elves, some Scourge Runner Chariots, Blackguard of Nagaron mixed in with Dread Spears. Dread Spears, Scourge Runner Chariots, Witch Elves, and Dread Spears. Alright, so the Blackguard and Nagaron finally get to run into the Phoenix Guard. Who will win between these seldom taken units? Because they're very expensive and easy to kill with wind spells. The audience wins. Do I see a Phoenix Guard? Yes, you do, because Zyphos is a man of the people, and by that I mean, I don't know, but he does like to play silly things. In English, it's like Usebus. Ah. Usebus. Good to see you. Sorry I butchered your name. 4 Scourge Runners beat this easy. Bowmore hoping for the Princess build. I will say, as soon as this matchup was picked, he hovered the Princess, but got rid of it right away. I will say that it was potential. Now you people are just spamming things that are hard for me to say in other languages. You bully me. You bully a poor rat who is just trying to cast games. In game, you press space, and then you have a window on the right where you can toggle a bunch of stuff. Oh. Oh, so if I hold... I already have it clicked, I just wasn't holding space. If I hold space, it gets rid of all the leaves on stuff I'm nearby. Oh, okay. Alright. Sup, Ratman and No Fur Things? What up, Zamoldir? How's it going? A lot of new faces around the channel. If you are not subscribed, please do so. That is the only time I will shill. Because we are like... I think we have exceeded the watch hours needed for this channel to get monetized by like 6 times. But we have less than half the subs we need to get monetized. So I should start being more aggressive about asking people to support us. But, alright, I'm done talking about it. Because nobody cares when you say like and subscribe. That's for noobs. Probably dropped it because he cast a game with Princess versus Dark Elves last week. That would do it. Only works for Nier. Okay. Lyran Reavers, Dragon Princes, Xiphos is just positioning. His Sisters of Avalorn will have a good time. And now Ice Power has to leave the forest. Not due to like camping reasons, but there's just no way that Xiphos' force is going to get all the way to like here, where the forest could even be helpful for him. So, his advance was not hindered, and he's cleared out the forest, but now he needs to come up. And that might be a net, and if that gets netted, Double Sisters are going to delete it. One is not quite in range, but this one is, and we're going to see how much damage it can actually do. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Teclis is running a little far out there for my liking. He should pull back. We can maybe get one more volley off from the Sisters before the net wears off. And a Spirit Leech follow-up because some of them were missing, and he really wants to take out that Scourge Runner, but it looks like it will escape with its life. Not even losing any models yet. 500 sub hot tub vid? I might have something planned. Something in the works. Human Boy gained a level in streamer. Thanks. So the Sisters are teeing off, and they're doing good damage, but the problem with the Sisters of Avalorn is they need time to do their damage, and time's not something they're going to get as Scourge Runners just mow through those Rangers, doing an awful lot of damage and looking, honestly, quite silly. The Dragon Princes are going to have to get involved very quickly, and it looks like they will, but they're slamming into Witch Elves. They immediately rampage, and they're having a very bad time up there, it would appear. The second Dragon Princes are coming in. Looks like they're gunning for the Scourge Runner Chariot. With Lokir Felhard, it's not Marathi, so you could do blob fights around her. Hell, there's not even a Soul Stealer caster. How are our Sisters doing? Still both very healthy. One of them is able to shoot, but it doesn't look like they're doing that much damage. Oh, they're shooting at the Scourge Runners. Okay, they're doing decent damage there, but the Scourge Runners at this point are not the biggest problem. The biggest problem are going to be all these Witch Elves. And Spirit Leech cast by Teclis onto the Scourge Runner. Oops. His assistant mage onto the Scourge Runner Chariot. We'll get rid of them, meaning both chariots are out of here. But can he kill all this infantry? It's back to the old meta. The old Grom the Paunch meta. Can you kill all this infantry before you run out of ammo? Whole bunch of Witch Elves busting through this central break. And the Sisters of Avalorn are going to get shut down. A Web of Shadows comes in from the Assassin. It's kind of a Soul Stealer light. Does a lot of damage still regardless. Sisters of Avalorn are now getting rampaged into the Witch Elves. They cannot run away, and they are getting dragged down. But the High Elves are ahead on the balance of power. For as much as I have been talking mad shit, they're doing all right. Phoenix Guard are very healthy against the Black Guard of Nagarond with their support of Rangers, helping them win that battle. Sisters are firing sideways here into these Witch Elves, and maybe Teclis can bail out the Sisters of Avalorn over here. They are fighting okay. I guess they have 36-34 for melee stats. They are nothing to scoff at. And Teclis is here to play. Both Dragon Princes have been shut down. Someone's typing something. Is this real? Witch Elves beating Dragon Princes? What the hell? Apparently. Dragon Princes are poop. They have 27 melee defense because of some sort of debuff. It looks like the Madness of Cain. Ooh, both Sisters now getting shut down, and again, a second Rampage has triggered on that one. And with them getting shut down, all of a sudden, Ice Power takes the lead, and Xiphos will concede. Want to see that Blackguard versus Phoenix Guard duel? The Phoenix Guard were winning it. They were winning it. But they had help. And also, that wasn't the main point. Silver and held for a while. Sisters of Avalorn got actually decent value in that tiny amount of time. Dragon Princes, though, struggled. I like the net play on the Scourge Runners. Killed them pretty quickly. Witch Elves did fine. Cain the Assassin did fine. Lokir was very healthy. And the Caster did great. Dread Spears, though, really traded them. GG, well played. And yeah, Witch Elves did some work there. That was alarming. All right. Boom, boom. GG. So, we have Ice Power, Papa Palpatine, Serv Leon, and Evenstar as the top 4. Anticity will cast that at a future time. I do not know the details on that. I don't know if he knows the details on that. So, if you haven't joined his Discord, I'll get you a thing. That is where he's going to post a lot of his updates on his streams and that sort of thing. Ent City, General, invite people, copy. So if you aren't a part of that, join that Discord. If you aren't a part of mine, join mine, I guess. Do whatever you want. I'll post that after. Mine. Yeah. I think that's all I got. That's all we got, right, Bomar? Anticity? We didn't miss anything? Top 4, you'll announce when that's coming out. I don't know. And thanks for joining us today. We had some really good viewership. Feels good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You're all great. I have to go to work soon, and I'm also going to go see how Miss Rat's doing after her long trip. But take care out there, you guys. I will have a faction tier list coming out soon that my Discord requested. I recorded it already, and I have to redo it because my camera was picking up my microphone, which means the entire stream sounded kind of like this, and it was really quiet, and it was really grainy and shitty. Whereas this big glowing thing is my real microphone, and it didn't pick up a word of it. So we have to redo it. Anyway, that'll be coming out. Well, with that, goodbye forever.